go live on my stream, my bad, but you can be the stuff.
Last time I couldn't do it because my voice sounded horrible. I sounded like a chain smoker, like I was smoking 20 packs of cigs. My voice was just not that good. It was just horrible. It just recently, like today, just recovered. And it's still a little bit hoarse, but it's much better now than compared to yesterday or 2 days ago, which was rancid. It was bad. So now it's all Gucci. Voice sounds a little bit clearer, much clearer than before. Trust, I couldn't do that stream yesterday. Eric Melendez, what's going on? What's up? What's up? What's happening? A long time no see from the stream. Actually, I can say that for myself because I haven't been streaming a long time. Lewis, what's going on?
Oh shit, you're live.
Pretty good.
Oh damn it, you're
doing
live.
Good.
You were live this whole. You were live this whole time. Shit, I was fixing my hair on live, fucker.
I wasn't live. I was waiting. I was waiting, and trying to see. Yeah, because I wasn't gonna go live until you were gonna arrive because this is a whole topic and debate about the nut chase. Oh my god. Okay, so let me put this link. Hold on. I'm gonna put the StreamYard link in the chat. Just give me a moment.
Give me a second. I'm listening, but I'm away.
You're doing your own shit. Okay, gotcha. Hold on. Alrighty. You said Hero was on Dragon Patriot stream. I saw like the snapshot, like the thumbnail, but I didn't see like what was going on. So what I have to probably check it out later, and that's probably it. Chase, what's going on? If my voice sounds a little bit different, I just recovered from fucking laryngitis. Okay, it's getting better.
No, you're good. Omega, what the fuck did you do to your hair? Did you fucking get into a propane?
Took out he's embracing his natural locks, his natural hair.
Yeah.
He went back to processing or some shit.
Yeah,
it's going. Yeah.
It's been a while since I took my hair out, so yeah, I decided to do it anyways.
Omega Einstein.
Well, I mean, it ain't hard to put Hero in his place. I mean, very easy. You can either make him cry, or you can make him angry, or you can make him rage quit and leave. It ain't fucking hard, because he's a fucking like big ass fucking Karen.
Yeah, I know. Sloppy talked about him last night about. He showed up the stream Hero did on Facebook saying he'll debate anybody, but he won't let him on. It's fucking retard.
Nigga, please. What he's gonna do is that he'll debate you in his own terms. He'll want you to be respectful to him, and he'll want you to not bring up anything personal, and he wants you to coddle to him and tell him that he's right all the time, and that you are the wrong one, and that you're supposed to be silent and just not say anything bad about him, and blame yourself and think that you're the problem, and then gaslight you constantly to make you feel like you're obligated to give him an apology and make him feel like he's the bigger one, like he's the bigger man of the situation, when he's really just not. I mean, he's just trying to damage control and get away from the problems that he's caused. I mean, that's, if people who don't know Hero, I've been through this many of times. Hero likes to damage control. He likes to censor things. He's a big cancel culture pedo, and that's what he is. And so that's what he tries to do. And he'll lie, he'll cheat, he'll deceive, he'll
die,
do whatever he can, to get away from the crimes.
To be fair, I debated him before. That's how I actually met him. We had our first debate as far as gun control.
Oh, really? Oh, God. Well, he's big on gun control. Like, he's big on, like, keeping guns, not banning guns.
Yeah, I just want to know that shit, but, like, yeah.
I'll tell you what, Omega, you fucked a PS5 on camera. Why don't you fuck Hero's mom next while he sits in the corner like a good little bitch that he is?
You know what, Chase? Just because you told Omega to fuck a PS5 doesn't mean you need to let him do OnlyFans porns. And if you do, you better make sure that you compensate Omega with that price.
Omega chose to do that. You were there, ZTB. He chose to do that shit.
But this time we're talking about a real human, so you're gonna have to pay him for a little bit of full
But it's like,
action on there.
She was asking
well,
for it anyways, okay? Jesus Christ, she was asking for it.
it's like who hasn't been with Hero's mom? It's pretty obvious. She'll go around.
Bastardization happens all the time.
Omega, you could have her on Thursday in the mornings. How about that?
I mean, I don't know. I'll probably be down, but I can't have provisions when it comes to debating conservatives.
No, but there's a few things I want to say because I won't be on for too long. Because literally, I'm actually was supposed to work, but I didn't. I'm actually like my girlfriend came by and like we were having sex for almost 3 hours. So I'm just taking like 2 hours.
3 hours? Dag.
Yeah, so like right now I'm just resting a bit. So I'm putting in some of my PPTO, so I'll probably go in at like an hour and a half or 1 o'clock. So I could use a little bit of rest. Oh, the shit on it. Goddamn. No, but I was about to actually take a nap a little bit, but I got the notification you went live. But there's a few things
I didn't think I was
like,
going to go live. I was waiting for Omega to show up because first I was supposed to do this from 2 days ago, but I caught laryngitis, so I couldn't do it. So my voice just returned and it's still healing. So now I'm able to do streams and I'm able to talk. You know,
I know you guys are about to do a debate, so I don't want to be on here for too long. There's just two things. One, Omega, like, how the fuck do I message you now? Because your Facebook is like, I try to send something, but it says it can't send. So, like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Go
with
send him on Discord.
Send me his Discord, ZTB, that way I can hit him up.
Yeah, gotcha. Discord. I've been saying this shit, okay? Look, there's too many damn social media apps, all right? And I have ADHD. So, I get, so if I get, and once you get stuck on one app and then you cultivate it like a whole clique, you get stuck on that
like
app. Okay?
And shit like that. Like, I already got fucking now Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and now, like, I talked to Will through PlayStation. Like, we talked, through PlayStation and shit. So I don't know if I still have you on PlayStation. Do I?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I'm ready to go on Fortnite anytime too. So since now,
okay,
now you see I moved to my new place. So
yeah, me and Will we do our live gaming mostly on Twitch now. And we just chat and just chill, whatever. So, well, I haven't done the live gaming thing yet. I've just been after I move, which isn't far from now. I'll have better internet to stream. So, but yeah, I just want to find a way to be able to reach you better because I don't know what the fuck it is with Facebook.
Yeah, Discord me.
Okay, and then one more thing. I saw your new place. It's looking good.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Took a while, but and had to fight, claw, scratch for it. But
yeah, your place looks bad. In a good way. Like it looks really nice. I like the background. I like the scenery. I like everything going on there. Yeah, I even like the fluorescent lights in the background. I like it.
Yeah, I'm still decorating. I still haven't fully moved in yet because, but I'm still decorating to figure out how to fucking decorate shit.
No, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful in the background. Everything looks. You can literally like if you want to do video like vlogs, this is like the perfect background. Like it looks very serene.
Like Omega just barely moved in there. He could do plenty of decorating work in the background and putting different stuff on there, especially that corner.
You don't want it to look gaudy. Like you don't want it to be clustered fuck.
No.
Like you want like a little bit of not a bit of an eyesore. Right now when he has it here, it's perfect.
I want to make it what he wants. Like he doesn't have to put a bunch of fancy things. Just put like what he wants.
Yeah,
like if you want to put a fucking Playboy magazine in the background, that wall, the empty space, you can do that.
no, that's where my couch is gonna go. It hasn't got here yet. So
that thing is
okay, gotcha.
The thing up there, I can't tell. Like, is that the Millennium Puzzle or what is that?
Yeah, it's the Millennium Puzzle for my Yu-Gi-Oh Halloween costume.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Sweet.
By the way, what are you doing with your hair, dude? At first I was like, what the fuck?
Getting it braided, but right now y'all just caught me mid-process of everything. So
no, it looks great. It looks great.
Well, I guess it's better that than seeing you in a robe and underwear on again.
In my thong, okay.
No, last ZTB, yeah, Omega came on a stream of mine where me and Will were chatting, and he was wearing a robe and he had nothing but like underwear. He was just saying like, "Oh, I just got my oil changed."
I bet he did. Lower region.
Oh shit.
Nah, but
we catch that.
Are you trying to be racist, Chase? No, play.
Oh, that crazy shit. Nah, but
what you're talking about. But yeah. So go ahead.
I'm about to bounce off. I'll I'll try to listen a little bit while you guys do your debate. So, yeah, I gotta try to get a little bit of sleep before I go into work. So,
yeah, man. You're gonna need it because I don't know how long we're gonna be up, but I'm probably not gonna be up because I have to get up at 6 o'clock. So, we might keep this for like a good 2 hours or so, if that.
yeah,
Depending
do
on
what
what
you guys
happens.
gotta do. I mean, with a debate like this, yeah, like I would say probably let it be one-on-one. That way, you guys will be both able to talk and get your opinions out. So,
Well, me and Omega, we're both Democrats. We both have the
yeah,
same
I know that.
similar opinions.
I know.
I
So
want
it
to say
might be other
Democrat. I
people
want
who.
to say Democrat. I'll say leftist. I'll take leftist.
Yeah, well, we both for Democratic Party, but we're both leftists. Yeah.
It's not just like getting your opinions out, but also like all the people that are watching. Hopefully, they learn a thing or two and they think about it, before they vote, because we're going to be voting next month, and it's going to
Nah,
be very.
I don't think they're gonna learn anything. I think people are set in their ways and they're set in their beliefs and they're set in their values, and they just realize that that's what they're gonna side with. You can
What's up,
cry,
man?
you can empathize with people, you can tell the dangers, but at the end, people's opinions and people's worth matters more than anything.
Yeah.
No,
At best,
gotcha.
what I hope people can take away from this is the simple message: vote Kamala or don't vote at all. Man.
Right.
Period. Fascism or no fascism.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna
That's
bounce off. It's great seeing you, Omega.
I love you too, man. It's your past your bedtime though. Okay. Go.
I gotta go work in a bit. Like fuck my life. So
Yeah, you gotta go to
Send me you
bed.
guys your Twitch. I don't know your Twitch page. Send me your Twitch.
Oh shit!
yeah,
I forgot I had a Twitch.
my Twitch is the same as my name on the lame thing. Just
Okay, I'm gonna probably add you there.
yeah, not remove the at thing. Just put the name on there. Yeah,
I
that's
know
pretty much
that.
the same I use on all my other social medias. So you type it on
Gotcha.
Google, you find the other ones.
And
So
Twitch
yeah,
is more protected. Trolls can't get you there.
yeah. And when I start going live again, I'll have people like ZTB, ITB, Will, and all that will be on. So
All Gucci fam. Got it.
but anyways, you guys do what you got to do. Yeah, Omega, you got a nice place. It's looking good.
Looking pretty, boss.
Yeah, moving up in the world, man. Let's do it.
Moving on up in the West Side.
To a smaller apartment and a high rise, but it's still good moving on up.
No, it does. Yeah, man. So I wanted to have this conversation with us and ITB because we have different varied opinions. We've been debating a very long time on Discord about politics and the different things that are happening with our presidential election that's coming up. The vote's going to matter in about 2 months, November. And we are going to at least try to convince the people on what choices that will be impactful for this election and why should our votes count for that. And the biggest reason I think people are just basing their votes on what they personally think is right, which is not an issue. We all think our votes matter, but the thing of it is that we have to first realize the pros and cons and the effects of voting and what is going to be progressing and what is going to be regressing, and you got to really understand every action has a reaction, and unfortunately some actions could be consequential.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, we're debating. Fuck. But
We're not debating that. Like,
I
I
mean,
was gonna wait till
I
ITB to come.
yeah,
ITB wanted to come here.
I know, but I wasn't expecting ITB to come here. But like, I'm not saying that I'm ducking out or anything. I'm just saying I was in a debate bro mode. But shit, I could get into it real quick. But yeah.
You got to get into that habit. You got to get into that zone.
Okay, yeah, okay, fuck it. I'm in the zone. Fuck it. I can adapt. Fuck. I gotta change my personalities. Hey, if Kamala could change her race, I could change my personality.
I don't know about that, but you can try.
I mean, you should be happy for Kamala too, because you and her got some in common. Because apparently, you and her could change your races just like that.
Yeah, apparently, and according to Janet, you're not black. I heard she's not black. Why would she say something stupid like that? But then again, her brother is like a big MAGA supporter, so that explains why. Like you can Google Kamala Harris' father. He's a black Jamaican. Of course, he has part Irish in him, so he's not fully black. He's like, what, like 75% black, 25% Irish. But a lot of people in Jamaica are mixed. So
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, well, I mean, that's the other thing that it's really been this pissing me off lately, right? The whole narrative about how black she is and shit like this, right? Even though, from what it's been clearly proven that like Kamala Harris, you want to find out if she's black or not, let her fuck up and say some fucked up shit or do some fucked up shit. Promise you she'll be black. They did the same thing with like Obama as far as like only difference is they did it with as far as him being from Kenya or from Chicago. Like if he fucks up or something fucks up in Chicago, oh, guess what? He's a black Chicago man. But if he does something good, then guess what? He's a non-black Kenyan terrorist president. So it's like, you want to find out how black, if Kamala's black, wait till she fucks up. Then I promise you, according to Fox News and MAGA and Trump, she'll be black all right.
yeah, I forgot about that correlation with Obama, where Trump was asking Obama, "Is he a naturalized citizen? Is he really an American? Is he really born in America, or did he come from Kenya?" All these questions of geographical locale when it's involving the other opponent, but let that person be in the same field, they would have no problem. Even if the person is an illegal, they would have no problem. They would even make Elon Musk run for presidency if they could get away with it. And he's not a legalized citizen here. He's not a naturalized citizen, so he can't run for presidency. But they would try.
Yeah, yeah, that's just pissing me off, and it pisses me off that black folks are literally fall. It feels like I've seen black folks fall for this now. I feel like I know why. But at the same time, it's just very, very disappointing. Like we haven't learned anything at all from the past 10 years of post 2020, at least at best 2020, as far as what's really going on. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of black folks, let's talk about Mark Robinson, who
Yes!
Trump personally made him to be a running candidate. This guy wants to institutionalize and rebrand slavery. He wants slavery to be back.
Yes, he is and he's against abortion, no exceptions.
Against abortion, against porn, against interracial marriage, wants black people to go back in the field to ingrain the Negroes and make them more hard and tough and make them susceptible to the white man's domination. That's what he wants. And Trump personally picked him.
Yeah, and he calls himself the Black Nazi, literally a Black Nazi.
Literally. And we're not talking about like a pun on black man, using a Nazism as like a euphemism. No, we're talking about a man who literally is an Uncle Tom, Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks.
And not to mention, he literally does look like Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks, in my opinion.
He do. Like, a younger version, but he do.
Like he literally does. Like we got a picture of it real quick. I can post it up. Share screen. Give me a minute, y'all. I'm just coming back, making a return. See if I still got it. Oh, I still got it.
Bam, there we go.
That's a better close up. Yes, literally looks like Mark Robinson. I mean, Uncle Ruckus.
Well, he's Mark Robinson, but literally looked like freaking Uncle Ruckus from Boondocks.
Yes.
You damn right. That definitely is Antoine Rogers. Because listen, let me tell you something. Anyone that will blindlessly defend white people when they say racist things and literally institutionalize black people being lesser than, you gotta be cooning and jiving. You gotta be an Uncle Ruckus.
Yes, and it also shows like it feels like as it stands right now, if you're a black person signing up to be a black conservative, you either got to embrace that role or you got to take some heat for your based upon your race, and you just got to take it. And I got other examples to prove it, but I'm going to focus on Mark Robinson real quick. especially since he's running for governor from my parents' home state, North Carolina. So
yeah, I remember you told me your parents are from North Carolina.
yes, and what's funny is my mom almost supported him, but then I had to show her a clip.
Really?
Yes, that's what I was saying. But
wow, black people. I'm sorry, but this is so sad, and I'm gonna keep it real. Sloppy, what's going on?
yeah,
My
but
voice is healing, but it's getting there.
no,
Um,
I educated her real quick and gave her, you know what I'm saying, and let her know. I just showed her a clip of Mark Robinson saying we should kill liberals or something. Like he was at a church talking about some folks just need killing. You know, I showed her that video clip, and
yeah, he also said some black people need lynching, like straight out of his mouth.
Yeah.
And in case you guys don't know, that means black people being hanged off of a tree and castrated and beaten to death. Basically, that's what lynching is.
Yeah, but what I get from his guy is, I mean, yes, that would be the reality, essentially, right? But from when Mark Robinson's saying it, the way he says it, because he was exposed for being on. If people don't know, he was exposed for like being on a porn site, Nude Africa, and writing in a porn section comments and shit. A whole bunch of
and transgender porn. What do you think? What do you know? What do you know? They always come out whenever they're anti-LGBT. They always come out jerking off to trans porn. And if it's not trans porn, it's gay porn. Okay, it always comes out to fruition.
Yeah, but the thing about it, one of those tweets he was saying that, I wouldn't mind slavery. I wouldn't mind owning a slave. And when he made that statement, that just tells me he has the mindset as far as like, let's say we do go back to slavery.
And remember, guys, Trump picked him. Trump interviewed him. Trump was friends with him. So that means Trump knew about it.
And as it stands right now, Trump is acting like he doesn't even know him. But yeah,
it's like how he doesn't know about Project 2025. Yeah, right, dude. You know exactly what Project 2025 entails. If JD Vance says he knew he was involved with the Heritage Foundation with Project 2025, and you selected JD Vance, that means you knew about it. Trump always think he can bullshit his way and lie about things and think, I don't know what's going on with Project 2025. I don't know what's going on with all these stuff. They're just accusations from the dirty libs who just want to take me down. Like, shut up.
Yeah, he knows about that. But but that just tells me that he has the mindset of thinking that, like, if white supremacy gets their way and shit, and bring back slavery and whatnot, he's gonna be a part of. He's gonna have his own slave, because think of what he said. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I know about Eddie Winslow too. I know the scandal too about that. But yeah, he has that mindset.
You look like Eddie Winslow a little bit.
Yeah. I'm thinking of it different. I'm looking at it a different way, but yeah. But I'm just saying, I'm trying to make a point here. Like these guys, guys like Mark Robinson think like if you just get with the program and just talk the way they want you to talk, act the way you want to act, regurgitate their propaganda against your black people and shit. Guess what? If they get their way, you'll be safe. No, Moss, it's not happening. It's not. Essentially, you'll end up being the Drake of white people, okay? You're like the white supremacists will end up being Kendrick Lamar, you and being like, you're not like us, okay? Like
pretty much, yeah.
He'll be like, okay, white supremacists, we got our mission complete, yeah, right? And then they'll hook at you with the rope, like,
I'm one of the good ones. Don't lynch me.
Yeah, and it's like, keep river dancing and tap dancing for them, and you'll fuck around and find out that they're only going to use you until they're done. They get what they want out of you, and then when they're done with you, guess what?
They're gonna toss you aside, and that's exactly what I was telling involving the LGBT community, because the LGBT is trying to separate themselves from the trans, and they're trying to blame everything on the transgenders and say, well, the transgenders, the trans-trenders, they're the ones that took away our rights, and they're pushing us back, and they're trying to make our 20 years of progress revert. And I'm looking at these stupid, and excuse my language when I'm about to say this, because I'm a fellow member myself on the B category. I'm just gonna say this, and this is coming from the bottom of my heart. I know will come back to me in a future video, and I am well aware, and if it does, I will acknowledge it. But it's just like the N-word. When I say nigga, I'm gonna say this too. this is what stupid fags always like to do when they don't fucking understand the severity of it all. When you blame the victim instead of blaming the oppressor, you continue to be perpetuated into wanting the oppressor to like you. And that is the issue that I have with these groups. It's like they want to be the oppressor's best pet, and want to be above and not below, to be subservient to the oppressor. And that's my problem. They want to be liked by the bullies. They want to be liked by the people who are causing all the mayhem, all the havoc, and the ones who are demonizing them and taking away their rights. They should be the one. Lauren, what's going on? What's happening? Got a little bit of laryngitis, but I'm doing good. They want to take away the rights of the people, and they want to take away those. And instead of putting the blame on the motherfucking Republicans that are trying to take away their rights, instead they want to blame the trans. Oh, you said you force pronouns on people, you force this on people, you force that on people. That's the reason why people are being rebelling. And you want to put drag queens in schools. Last time when a drag queen molested a child, show me his case, show me a story. Bet you can't find any.
And I promise you, if there was a case and there was a story, Fox News,
compared to how many times a Republican have molested a child.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is,
it's no comparison.
Okay, let's say they do. Somebody does, some random dipshit does come up with the story. I'm even that, to me, that would even be sus, because I promise you, if that story was legit, Fox News and Republicans would never shut the fuck up about it.
Period. They find at least one story about a drag queen. They will amp it up to the highest. They will use that as their talking point to say, you see, we have to ban drags. They're coming after our children, and they're going to try to force things about.
Marjorie Taylor Greene will be in Congress making bills named after the transgender or the doctor that fucking performed the operation, all that shit. She would be read and never shut the fuck up about that, definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and we're going to get back to that other topic. I want to show you about that. But Goten says they do LGBT things. It's the agenda. They hate so-called black masculinity. It's not really black masculinity they hate. In fact, they like black masculinity because they can utilize it for their own special purpose. Talking about the oppressive people who want to use black people's ignorance as a way for that they could oppress another demographic. So they love to use black people as their lapdogs, so they can tell black people, you see, black people, these are the kinds of people that want to take away that want to compare themselves to you and want to take away your rights and your legacy, so that way you can be replaced by them. Drag queens practice witchcraft. Doesn't Donald Trump, he calls himself a Christian, right? Doesn't he was an open practice towards Satanists? He was friends with pagans. Witchcraft is just,
really, Christianity or Catholic, especially if you're Catholic, you can kind of argue that too, because what do you think communion is? That's a ceremony of eating a representation of Jesus's flesh and drinking his blood. So,
and it all relates back to paganism at the end of the day, because that's where it comes from. But witchcraft, they're not, you might as well just ban Halloween if that's the case, because, that's a holiday everyone practices and nobody has a problem with. Nobody comes in and say, yeah, we got to ban Halloween because it's all about demons and witchcraft and stuff like that. And when Halloween comes, they teach kids about witches and stuff. So I don't understand what's the correlation there, but
even churches celebrate Halloween.
I get it.
I've been to churches that celebrate Halloween. They will have their own trick or treat thing for the kids and shit to dress up in costumes. So, and not to mention, what's interesting about witchcraft is, the owner of Harry Potter. I forgot what that bitch's name is, but
J.K. Rowling.
Well, yeah, J.K. Rowling. How the right wing loves her all of a sudden because apparently she's transphobic and all that shit. But at the same time, I remember this. I'm still old enough to remember that them hating her because she did create Harry Potter because of witchcraft. But I guess now
right, because their bigotry overwrites their religious ideals. And this is what I was talking to you about. J.K. Rowling literally made an entire series about witchcraft and magic. And I remember 15 years ago, they were protesting J.K. Rowling saying, you're teaching our kids about demonic stuff and witches and all this stuff and magic and all this stuff. And now, because now that J.K. Rowling comes out as a TERF, which is basically a trans exclusionary radical feminist, which means a person who goes against transgenders and they're feminists. So she's a feminist and she's anti-trans. That's what a TERF is. And because of that, now all of a sudden they can overlook the blatant stuff that she does, which goes against their own Bible. These same Christians that want to talk about it's a sin, but it ain't a sin to support someone who teaches magic, right? It ain't a sin to support someone who had an entire series about teaching people witchcraft in a book and made tons of money from it. But of course, prejudice and bigotry overrides blatant hypocrisy when it comes to picking and choosing your sins. And this is exactly...
Yeah.
I think trans black magic ain't what?
The fuck, Eric?
What?
Eric, what you smoking? Goddamn it, Eric.
But yeah, that's what they were doing. And so that's why I had to let them know, they'll override all of that. That's what they do. They override things in order to promote their own bigotry, and that's what they always do. That's what, anytime it comes down to hatred, that's what they'll do. That is what they'll do. They'll try to override things in order to promote more divisive tactics. And that's what J.K. Rowling is doing. And that's what her fan base, that's why you find a lot of these religious fundamentalists in her group, the evangelicals, they would side with her because their bigotry overwrites all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But I was looking at something at the same time. But I mean, I'm listening to what you're saying too. Bigotry is just a hell of a drug, man. And it's not even a consistent drug.
Nova, what's going on, man? What's happening?
I'm great.
I have a little bit of laryngitis, but it's okay.
I'm sure you'll feel better somehow.
I am. It sounds much better now than before.
Yeah. So hearing about this political talk, so I figured, I might jump in for a bit before I go to bed because I have work in the morning. So
same here.
Yeah. Not that I like my job, but you get the idea. But anyway,
we all gotta get paid.
Yeah, somehow. But so I forgot, we were talking about LGBT and
we're talking. Well, one of the main topics was Mark Robinson being exposed as a biggest criminal shit.
And wanting slavery. He wants to reinforce and reinstitutionalize slavery and bring that back. That's what he wants.
And
there we go.
I was trying to find out because I know he left some comments on a porn site called Nude Africa, and I used to make this joke as far as who the fuck leaves comments on a porn site? And if you do leave comments,
Republicans do.
I'm just saying,
that's what they do all the time.
And I thought I had a bad porn habit, but I don't leave comments, and especially not only leave comments, but have a political discussion on a porn site. But
I just watch and beat, and that's it. That's all I do: watch and beat.
Yeah, and they say he was in a porn shop, one of the porn shop owners. He says he was in there every day, and it's what the fuck you in there every day for? And
then they got video, and that's how stupid he is. They got video footage of that. You think they can't use that? I bet you they pay those shops lots of hush money so that way they don't release the video.
And what's even stupider is the screen name that he chose to post those comments on a porn site. He literally used his name, Mark Robinson. Same picture, same name, and same email that was linked back to his actual email that he has used.
Money can't buy you smarts. Look at Donald Trump and look at Mark Robinson.
Like this is one of his quotes. I was trying to find like the whole list of quotes because I really want to see the censored quotes that CNN apparently can't air. But whatever. He says, "I like watching tranny on girl porn. That's fucking hot. It takes the man out while leaving the man in." And yeah, I'm a perv too. Like
Every accusation is a confession. That's all I got to say.
it takes the man out while leaving the man.
Translation: I like watching tranny on girl porn. And so what he's saying is that the transgender in the porn, it because it resembles a female, and I hate to sound like I'm a bigot, but it's not. I'm not. He's trying to fetishize trans people, and what he's doing is that because they physically look like girls, but they have a male genitalia. He thinks that it's in his mind that he could like psychologically get away with that and not be like he's trying to rationalize what he's doing. Nothing wrong with what he's doing actually, but what he's trying to do is he's trying to rationalize it in a way that's palatable to I guess maybe the people out there, and try to make himself seem like he's not a creep.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, in actuality, this guy's a degenerate, so.
Yeah, pretty much.
Definitely. And also, it's kind of
shocker, Slobby.
Yeah, it's kind of also says a lot about him because it's like, okay, at best, think about the comment.
I already know you do. You had sent me a trans porn, Eric. I already know you sent me it on private chat.
Yeah. I mean, think about the comment he said. He likes trans porn because it takes the man out while leaving the man in. I mean, I'm just saying, like, wouldn't you want the man to be out if you're a heterosexual man? Just saying, why would you want the man in? And as for Earth,
because just like with all the other people that watch trans porn, they are trans chasers, and thus they are bisexual. That's the whole reason why they do it. They're closeted bisexuals, like the majority of the Republican Party, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is that they want to demonize the people who live that life 24/7 and being hypocrites. That is the issue. That is the problem.
Do you think by any chance they do this because like their lives are not good and they want their lives to be better than theirs and shit?
Oh, absolutely. Misery likes company, and they love misery, and they love festering over that misery to garnish support from other people who are just like that. Hypocrites, liars, deceivers, people like that.
Yeah, to be charitable, I'm gonna be charitable a little bit. If you're a person that doesn't matter what race you are, and you're raised in a family household that like, if let's say if that person were to come home and say, "Hey, I'm gay" or something like that, you will be demonized, right? Like guys like Mark R. Robinson of his age, like they're afraid to be who they truly are too, as far as like accepted trans people, because they're afraid of the backlash that they'll receive. As far as
the majority of the Republican Party watches trans porn. I'm not gonna fucking like joke about that shit. And any Republican here that's gonna get offended, damn well you watch trans porn. Like I'm just gonna say it. And they probably do find transgenders to be hot, But the problem is not that. The problem is the hypocrisy. That's what's going on. It's the hypocrisy. It's the lies. It's the deceit. That is the issue that's going on with them.
Yeah, I know that's the issue, but the thing is, like, they don't feel that comfortable enough to come out to be who they are, as far as at best saying, yeah, I watch trans porn, or hell yeah, I'll fuck a trans woman or shit like that, because they're afraid of the backlash that they'll receive from other people around them, or just how society
fucking faggot, you're fucking tranny chaser. They'll say things like that.
Yeah, so that's why when they get exposed, they put up the immediate shield mechanism, as far as, oh no, I really do hate trans people. I really hate trans people so much. Guess what?
You're projecting.
I'll even run for office to try to make it harder for trans people or gay people. See, I hate trans people. I'm not thinking about dating dicks, huh? I didn't even think about sucking dick today. Nope, not me. No, I swear to God, I didn't.
Catch that on fleek. Catch it. Catch all of that. Catch all of that tea, because that's exactly what's going on with them. And the MAGA Republicans, they're very much vocal about that. And they're not going to shame about that. They're going to say, yeah, the trans people are the problem, trans people doing this. Mind you, trans people are just living their lives, minding their business, you know? And they just want to project because they need, just like with the Haitians eating cats and dogs, they need another demographic to attack. So that way they could latch on and promote hatred and divisiveness. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah. Like life would be so much happier if they would just like embrace who they are. Like
they will never do that because they cater to people who are natural bigots.
Oh yeah, that's another yeah. Because if you're on the right, it's more profitable for you to be like anti-gay. Even if you're a gay person and you're conservative, it's even more profitable for you to be anti-gay because you'll be a useful idiot towards them.
You'll be a grifter. You'll be like nothing more than what's this guy name?
Dave Rubin.
Dave Rubin.
Yeah.
Lauren says, love to stay, but I have to put my neighbor kids on the school bus in AM. I'll pop on Discord to catch up with you, Z. I feel better soon. Catch you on Fleek, guys. See ya. I'm doing better now, so hopefully this whole laryngitis thing will go away. But I hope you're doing well, and I hope everything going well with you, girl.
Yeah, I hope your kids come back the same gender because according to Trump, your kids go to school and then they do transgender surgeries on your kids. So and then
they'll as soon as they enter grade school, they're gonna chop off their genitals and stitch it up and give you a new genital. Like that's what they're gonna do to kids. Yeah, clearly that's what they're gonna do.
That's disgusting.
Yeah,
that's Republicans' fantasy.
That's what Trump is saying, though. It's like, okay, teachers don't even have pencils and paper, like, but yet they have all this surgical shit to try to like remove kids' genitals. But
I will keep that in mind. Will do, because the quicker the better. I mean, sounded worse before, but like I will keep that in mind.
Teachers don't have pencils, paper, equal pay, and they have to deal with 250 plus snobby Gen Z, prepubescent, weed ass, bougie motherfuckers. So yeah, like they don't have that. So yeah, I don't think they'll have time to like gender swap your kid.
So sad, but that's what happens when you get unintelligent people.
Yeah,
just straight idiotic people who just don't know what they're talking about.
Fucking A.
You got any thoughts about this, Nova?
I'm not sure. Well, all I can say is I don't think the Republican Party would stoop this low, and it's a shame because
you better believe it because they will stoop that low.
Yeah, because I have some Republican friends, but they would not do this in any way possible. But like, it's just a bunch of he said she said bullshit with these people. That's what it is. And yet they wanted to like I don't know what to say. I'm speechless.
I mean, well, okay.
I would be too with what's going on. I would be too.
Look at it this way. My mom, she was, since I can remember, my mom has always been a time Republican, right? Like since I can remember, she voted for both George Bushes. She even voted for Bob Dole. She was telling me about against Clinton. But she did vote for Obama because he was black and shit. And she even urged me to vote for Obama too, because for one, Obama's first presidential campaign happened around the time when I was old enough to vote.
Sorry to cut you off. Is she endorsing Trump or is she endorsing?
No, she's
Kamala?
not. She's not. No, she's not. She's not.
So she endorsing Kamala, right?
Yeah, she even voted for Hillary and shit, right? That she's totally against Trump, right? But like,
okay, wow.
But even though I still feel like my mom still has some conservative tendencies on a lot of.
Well, no one likes Hillary, so.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make here is like, it's not really. It's not really. I mean, even though the Republican Party, it feels like it's hijacked by MAGA, but at the same time, okay. Bottom line, MAGA is the problem. Okay, like this is what MAGA does to people. Like MAGA is like a virus that just turns this sweet old grandma that was a conservative that's like, yeah, I love America for the troops, for law enforcement. Yeah. Bakes cookies for your whole neighborhood or some shit. MAGA takes that conservative and Tessino Graham, sweet old lady, and turned them into this goddamn immigrants,
turn them into monsters.
transgenders.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like these goddamn, they turn them into Marjorie Taylor Greene. Like
Also,
these goddamn
No, they turn them
immigrants.
worse. They turn them to Laura Loomer, Jigsaw.
Yeah, and then
They turn them into Roseanne. Like
even better. There we go.
but I know we're like returning to an earlier point about like Mark Robinson, and like this is the guy who wants slavery to happen again, right?
Yes. So he said, and actually, let me show you this. Hold on.
Okay. I was about to say, like, what kind of black guy would want slavery to fucking happen?
a black guy who has the mindset of fuck everybody, fuck every other black person. I'm gonna be okay. Just as because why? Because I'm playing the game and I'm the good one according to them.
Yeah, but well, that means you're like, well, that means he's disrespecting his own race.
He's a self-hating tap dancing coon, Uncle Tom. This is the quote that he says, "I'm a black Nazi." North Carolina GOP nominee governor made dozens for disturbing comments on porn forum. This is what he says from CNN. The Mark Robinson, the controversial and socially conservative Republican nominee for the governor of North Carolina, made a series of inflammatory comments on a pornographic website message board more than a decade ago, in which he referred to himself as a black Nazi and expressed support for reinstating slavery. A CNN K-file investigation found, despite a recent history of anti-transgender rhetoric, Robinson said he enjoyed watching transgender. See this? You see?
What?
You see? Bronzeburg, what's going on? I have laryngitis. You see?
Why would he admit to that shit? Why would he take pride in things like that?
You see? And I don't make this shit up. Everything that I say.
No, I believe you.
I say it is exactly what it says, and it's exactly what happened.
And the fact that he admitted into being a black Nazi.
Mm-hmm. You see?
That's like fucking Minnesota boy calling himself the Black Hitler of YouTube.
It's sometimes the humanity really, really needs to be attacked by some unknown life form just to invade this world and let the strongest and the most intelligent survive and the weakest and the dumbest just die. Yeah, I'm sorry. People like this, it's no wonder why our world is just declining. Hey, he got 2 gets off, but how he got? But here's the thing: he is a Uncle Tom. He wants to reinforce slavery. He wants slavery to come back because he thinks black people are lazy. He thinks black people have it too well, and he's Trump personally appointed him because he wanted racism to be normalized, to put black people in their places, to put the minorities in check, and to prevent illegal immigration. And he wants to have a white ethno state, bringing back the 1800s, where black people were either shoe shiners or door openers, where you have the house niggers and the field niggers. That's what he wants, and that is what he's advertising. And not only that, it gets even worse. He's an anti-trans gender rhetoric porn advocate, which means that he's against porn. But here's the thing: he admits that he is a big viewer and watcher of trans porn, and he enjoys it. So tell me how that makes sense. Tell me how that makes sense.
If you're against, why would you go on the website and look at that shit? I don't get it.
He admits that. He literally admits that there.
That's like saying you're against pedophilia, but you enjoy looking at CP.
Hiroshima. Daniel Rolfe.
I mean, there's an old saying of the loudest homophobe is always the one in the closet.
Or my favorite saying: every accusation is a confession.
We go with that too. You can zoom to my screen too, because I have some good news and bad news to show you.
Ba-bam.
Good news is polling shows it stands right now in the race that he's running for governor. Stein is beating him by 13 points so far.
Thank God. Oh God. 13 points?
Yeah.
That is what is with you, North Carolina?
But
13 points, really?
that's not
This
even a
man
bad.
wants slavery. So that means 50, how much? 44% of you guys want slavery to come back? Are you serious?
Yeah, and what's even worse, okay, here's the bad news. On October 2nd, they reported it was 46 to 36. So he was already trailing. But
So
like,
he increased once they found. So
yeah,
that means there are
that's the
people in
bad
North
news.
Carolina right now wanting black people to be slaves.
Yeah, I mean, he's not winning, but it's still surprise. It's still sad. Like,
It's
damn.
just sad because now there's an increase in
Yeah.
comparison to last year.
Okay, I think I'm ready to die young now.
I think we all do. I think we all want to like have an asteroid come in and blow up this world, because now you got people out here wanting slavery back. See, I knew this was going to happen. I knew this cultural war, it wasn't going to be about a simple, oh, we got to get the libs. I knew it was much more than that. It was much more dangerous.
Or better yet, instead, like, not just having Earth being destroyed and shit like that, but like, okay, I don't mean to go off topic, but you know that show God, the Devil, and Bob?
I think I heard of it.
It was that cartoon, that NBC cartoon that was on Adult Swim back in 2011. Yeah, make it like the plot where God wants to like destroy the world and start over.
I think that needs to happen. I think we need a reset.
Yeah, a reset. Yeah, do things like that.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if that happens, then everybody that exists now would die, and I guess we'll be either go to heaven or hell. And I already know I'm going to hell. But here's the good news about that, right? Like, if these guys, the conservative Christian zealots, were really Christian, I guess what they would actually be scared shitless, because they would see the Bible. All they got to do is look at the Bible for this, right? As far as if Jesus returns, the first place he's heading to, where he's headed? To the church, to all the liars, the hypocrites, the wealthy, basically all evil motherfuckers that have used God's word into something evil, right? So he's going after them first. So like, yeah, I'm going to be in hell too. But like, if that's the case, I put it this way: Jesus, when he comes back, I feel like he has a lot of work to do. So much so that atheists, we got time, So I don't know.
Omega, what you think you're going to hell for? Like, honestly.
I mean, let's say if Christianity is real, right? I mean, I violated a lot of their rules, right?
Omega, if that's the case, every black person here is going to hell for being free out of slavery, because according biblically speaking, we're supposed to be slaves.
No, just Jews.
I think I'm going to hell.
What do you think? What do you think they used the Bible for back in the 18 and 1700s? They used it on black people, saying that black people are supposed to be slaves to the white man and not supposed to be free and out there having our own form of independence.
Yeah, but the Bible literally says just Jews, but it doesn't literally say like black people. That's just
white. And why did white people use it against us?
Because that's white supremacy. That's what they do. They take anything.
Yeah, but what do you think Christianity? What do you think evangelicalism is?
No, but what I'm saying is, like, the average slave owner, they basically just took the Bible and write their own and
And what do you think they're doing now with it? They're doing the same thing.
Yes, but okay, I know, but what I'm saying is that's not literally in the Bible. At best, it says enslaved Jews. So I'm saying I'm going to hell because I masturbated a lot. I fucking cheat on my girlfriend.
I think I'm going to hell for not being politically correct.
I mean,
no, I think quite the opposite. I think you are very much politically correct. I think you are seeing and looking and observing things, and you're becoming more aware.
Well, I'm not politically correct. I say retard all the time.
We all say some dumb shit, and that's not going to make us go to hell.
Yeah, but
I mean, like I said,
shit.
I was about to say this too before we go back onto this topic. I was about to say, like, even if I do die, if I ever plan on coming back to life, I want to be like an Asian in my next life.
An Asian?
I want to be a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white man just to see how it is. Just to see how it is.
Nah, I like you. I like you as black.
Oh, great! You're
gonna my reincarnated state. State.
Well,
you want to be Barron Trump's son?
Either way.
Okay.
No, not that. No.
You're gonna be Barron Trump's son. Okay, great.
That's all. That's another. Don't wish that reincarnation on me.
No, I mean, I'm just saying. Overall, I didn't even miss my point. Because I feel like atheists, we have time, right? Because Jesus has to roll out the hypocrites and all this shit in his church. guess what? If me and the hypocrites and the liars are going to be in hell, I feel like hell will be worth it just to see like all of the fake, hypocritical, lying, evil piece of shit get tortured and beg for their life. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be in there watching it first, be alive, watching them going, "I'm sorry, I didn't know, I didn't mean to," and I'll be in there, be in hell getting tortured and shit, fucking hookers and shit, and I'm like, ha ha ha. You know, it'll be worth it to see Matt Walsh and Ben Shapiro and everybody at Daily Wire to get tortured and tormented. Anyone
Now, those people, because they actively try to harm people and they teach people hatred. So those people, I would think like people like Matt Walsh, people like Ben Shapiro, people like Tim Poole, those kinds of Jordan Peterson, those kind of excuse me,
Chaya Raycheck. Yeah, I would love to see that bitch get tortured. Chaya Raycheck. Yes.
Well, Matt Walsh is a complete retard.
Yeah, well, he's a sick person. He literally wants people to die, like be murdered. Who was the other one?
Oh, well, isn't he a pedophile though?
Yeah, he is. He wants 16-year-old girls to get impregnated. Yeah, he's a sicko.
You know, there's
Well, fuck that. I mean, regardless of what, he's a he's literally a groomer. He's a groomer that the Republicans are advocating for. Like he's literally a pedophile.
You know, I'm just going to say this for the record. Like, if Kamala Harris ever becomes president, I want her to make new fucking reproductive laws. I think so. Like, it would be illegal to get pregnant. Okay, well, I mean, it all depends on like how it is.
Well, what they're trying to do is the Supreme Court currently is trying to ban abortion, right? So they already reversed Roe versus Wade. So what they're trying to do is that they're trying to make sure that the states have the right to revoke and imprison females who wants to get abortions. So that's what they want to do. And they're trying to make it illegal and make it a federal crime to basically want to kill or terminate your own child. That's what they want to do. And it's not for the betterment of the child. It's so that they could have full control over the reproductive rights of women. That's the whole reason why they're doing it. They don't give a fuck about the child. If they did, they will finance the families. They will make sure that these families, that the people who are raising these kids get the best support. They want to get rid of freaking welfare for mothers like WIC. So if they really give a damn about the child, they would not get rid of those assets that'll be beneficial to pregnant women. But they don't want to do that. They just want the child to just be alive, so that way the burden can be on the mom if the mom is not ready to raise the child, or if the mother is raped from in any possible way. They want to make sure that that burden is there. And not to say that the baby is a burden, but just to put it out there, they want essentially, no form of trying to amend the situation in that.
Like they want babies to the point where they don't even give a fuck about the mother case. Like
oh, absolutely not.
Like the 10-year-old kid got raped, and when the 10-year-old got raped, right, and she was trying to go for an abortion. ZTB, I think you told me about this, but like there was people in the comment section saying that bitch deserved it and shit. And it's like, she's a fucking 10-year-old, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, they were all saying, yeah, okay, so this was really a case that happened with a 10-year-old who was raped and she wanted to get an abortion. And the comment section was filled with people saying, yeah, that little bitch deserved it. She deserved to get raped. She deserved to be, forcibly have sex. They were literally it was a whole fleet load of responses from people advocating for the 10-year-old to keep the baby and saying it's a good thing she was raped.
I think you were like, you were arguing with this one person on Reddit, I believe.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking freak. But
he's not the only one. There's like 2,000 other people I know.
That. But like there is a reason why abortion exists, because like, again, kids, little girls, they're not ready to take care of that child, and they're not old enough and things like that. Besides
there's a reason why they care a lot about quote unquote trans kids. Let me tell you why. Because Republican individuals, especially the men, they have this idealistic fantasy of breeding. They are obsessed with breeding.
Yeah, well,
they want to. Elon Musk, for instance, told Taylor Swift, "If you vote for me, I'll impregnate you and impregnate all the children you have."
Okay, that's gross. But
yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah,
that means that they are obsessed with breeding. They like the idea that they could take advantage of females, no matter the age.
But
if it's 10, why else you think the child marriage is on the rise?
Yeah, well, I was about to say, like, children should never get pregnant, but it's not just the children.
They don't believe that. They think
it's also the adults.
Matt Walsh wants, as soon as a girl hits puberty, which is age 9, she can have a child. And he says from the age of puberty, are you going to show Huckabees? From the age of puberty, they want girls to, to get pregnant.
Yeah, but like,
why else do you think they want to ban sex education, to not teach girls and boys about the biological laws of sex ed and how to take care of themselves?
Yeah, but I also want to talk about the women who are getting raped and impregnated. Okay, I fucked up that word. My bad. But anyway,
impregnated. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So like, if you're not gonna take care of that kid or anything like that, not even gonna bother to, because if you're not ready to be a parent, then I think you should get your tubes tied and things like that, and that kid should be taken away by the federal law and things like that, because besides the fact that we need better parents out there, but we also, like, let's just say there's people that don't want to be parents and things like that. There's a factual reason as to why abortion exists, and like I said, we need more reproductive laws. I watched a video. This has nothing to do with abortion, but I watched a video that someone did, and he raised a good point, about getting pregnant and things like that, how it should be illegal, but it all depends, and that welfare should still exist for the people that need it, but I don't think the most of the people in the Republican Party, they don't really know what welfare is. So
no, they do know what welfare is. That's a lie. They know exactly what welfare is. That's why they're taking away. They're for the rich and not for the poor. The problem is there's a lot of Republicans that are poor, right? So the rich upper class elite Republicans like Trump, JD Vance, and all these other people, Tucker Carlson, they're rich. They're wealthy. They're born with money. They're privileged kids, privileged white boys, right? They don't know what it's like to struggle because they never have, and they probably never will. And so the majority of people that are voting for the Republican Party are poor, uneducated, clearly people who are living in the South of America, of the United States of America. They are literally voting for these people, these rich aristocrats who don't give a damn about their livelihood, who don't give a damn about financially securing their benefits. They don't care about them. They don't care about their welfare. They don't care about the benefits that they have when they become seniors, because right now JD Vance was talking about he wants to end Social Security for senior citizens from age 65 and above. He's trying to get rid of that. So clearly, they don't care about the well-beings of the lower class. They only care about the middle class and upper class whites that are benefiting. And that's ultimately what they care about. They don't care about welfare. They don't care about people who are in need. They care about people who they want to take advantage of and use for their own benefit. I mean, that's the whole purpose of it.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I'm pretty sure that Republicans know this, but like a lot of people that they don't realize, and especially coming from a father, right, of two, like having a kid is a lot of responsibility at any age. I had my first kid biologically at 25, and I didn't even feel like I was ready at that time. I was even you know, and prior to then, you know, because
it's a journey. It's like a life-changing journey.
Yeah, even when in my early 20s, before that, like I had a oopsies there, and then I talked her into abortion and shit because I mean I was a stupid ass 20-year-old kid that was doing drugs and shit and partying, right? So like I was working at McDonald's.
Which a lot of people in their 20s they do.
Yeah, I think I was working at Dairy Queen at the time. I'm like, I'm not ready for a fucking kid, but anyway, yeah, like it's a lot of responsibility. So, and I definitely came across that reality at 25. So I imagine a 16-year-old, like they would, if you're going to be against abortion, really, you should really be advocating for WIC, welfare, food stamps.
If you're caring about family values, like they say, we care about
pre-K educating the child. Yeah, pre-K and pre-K and daycare, all that shit for that mother. But no, they're not advocating for that at all. They just want the only thing they're really caring about is for the woman to just produce the seed into a human.
Yeah, they just care about breeding.
Like George Carlin used to say, pre-birth you're good, but
post-birth you're dead to me.
Yeah, pre-birth you're good, but post-birth you're fucked. That's what they're saying.
But anyways,
and that's the Republican motto. That's their motto.
Anyways, I'm going to head to bed for now. I'll catch you all later.
Okay.
All right, Nova. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Fuck, we're getting off topic a little bit because I wanted to show you this clip because it leads to my point as far as like how they feel about abortion and shit. But this is Sarah Huckabee.
Yeah, we can go on and on. Yeah, this is a real thing that's happening.
Yeah, but with Sarah Huckabee, this is Sarah Huckabee Sanders, like at a Trump rally interviewing Trump or some shit, and she just takes a swipe at Kamala Harris because she has kids, but those kids aren't hers and shit. And it's just disgusting. Do I have sound? You hear it?
No, you don't have sound.
Oh, motherfucker. Hold on. Give me a minute.
I wish I had the Jeopardy theme song I can play. Okay, there we go.
All right, let's try it again.
It's important. They also keep me humble.
You hear it?
You can walk into a room like this where people, not only do my kids serve as a permanent reminder of what's important, they also keep me humble. You can walk into a room like this where people cheer when you step onto the stage and you might think for a second that you're kind of special. Then you go home and your kids remind you very quickly you're actually not that big of a deal. And ours are pretty good at it. So my kids keep me humble. Unfortunately, Kamala Harris doesn't have anything keeping her humble. You would think after 4 years of straight failure, she would know a little humility. Unfortunately, she doesn't.
So, yeah.
You know, when people just say blanket statements and there's no form of proof or backing up, it's just one little insult that's to the other side, and they just get their audience riling up and just say, ooh, F that girl, F that lady. You know, they just say whatever they want to say. I mean, they know their audience, you know, like Trump says, I love the uneducated.
And sidebar note, Sarah Cousin Huckabee, if you truly were a humble person, humble people don't brag about being humble. Nor do they shame other people while trying to raise themselves up for being humble.
It's called being a narcissist.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's not humbleism. Okay, stupid bitch. Just saying.
Ozempic is looking good on you, Sarah, though, because you were looking like a beast. Now you're starting to look a little bit human.
She looks like a person I could just draw instantly right now. I'm not even an artist. I feel like I could draw the bitch.
Yeah, and she's drawable now.
Yeah. And not to mention the way she be looking, especially with her eyes, yeah, her parents are definitely related.
Oh yeah, it's actually hinted that they were actually cousins.
Probably his brother or sister. Who cares?
Who knows? You know what goes on in the deep south of Arkansas? You know exactly what goes on. Yeah,
definitely. But yeah, I want to get we be off topic a little bit. I want to go back to, if I could shift the conversation a little bit.
Go ahead.
To try to bring out my overall point, right? Like guys like Mark Robinson, like who have this mentality that like if you just regurgitate all of the talking white supremacist rhetoric or whatever, guess what? You're gonna be the good. You're gonna be saved or whatever. It's like, no, it's not gonna happen, right? Now, and I have another piece of evidence, right? Are you familiar with Fresh and Fit?
To the point where I don't look at them, but yeah.
Okay, you know who Myron is?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay, recently, Myron from Fresh and Fit. For some reason, he was caught in this white space, like on Twitter, and it literally is a white space. They call it a white space for like all the white supremacists, basically a clan meeting on the internet, right? And for some reason, he keeps going back there. And just watch the clip. Give me your thoughts.
HT, tell that fucking nigger to go find it himself.
Oh God.
Oh shit.
HT, tell that fucking nigger to go find it himself.
Well,
yes, sir. Listen, let's just stick with the Americans for now.
And then we got this fucking
the naturalization
here. Like, bro, you're with the standard guy. Yo, you're British, right?
Bro,
you don't know your fucking. You don't know your. You don't know your fucking.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, Myron, you're in a hostile
and I'm not
area,
scared
bro.
to have conversation with you guys because I'm not a pussy.
Okay.
That guy is Australian.
Or whatever.
You're not gonna have a conversation with him. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, well, this dude's a faggot, so whatever.
There goes the homophobia.
Dude, I know you're mad about
black men are like most likely to fuck other black men. You fucking black cunt.
He's not British. He's not British.
Kick this nigger.
Okay.
Bro, you just should have bought your
I
time
had
while
one
you're
fucking question. You guys couldn't keep your fucking mouth.
Hold on.
Yeah. I told you he wasn't gonna have a conversation, bro. You just should have bought your.
Fuck, that's a different one. Okay, I forgot to remind you. He's been kicked out of multiple white spaces. It's like 3 times I've heard. I don't know why he comes back, but I'll explain why. I think this is. I'll just play it.
You know, what's the priority? Do we fight Jews?
Hold on. I'm gonna play it. I wrote for each clip. Fuck it.
For your fucking.
No, it's the truth, man. This is
space where he's basically yapping about how he thinks white supremacy is good. Let's see how they feel about his bootlicking.
Look, man, I know you're trying to get a clippable moment here for your fucking.
No, it's the truth, man.
Fuck.
Once you think you help us.
Hold on. This is it,
folks. And would you go home and you said I was born? Idiots. Myron, you were in my space the other day, and I said, you're doing a great job calling it these Jews, but if we take this country back, we want it for white folks. And would you go home and you said I was born here and I'm not going anywhere? And this is where I think the problem is with working with non-whites is that once you think you help us, that you're just going to stay in our country. Do you still stand? Why do you
pause it? This is exactly what I was referring to. This is they're literally revealing what they want. And if you're too much of an effing idiot to not see that, then I'm sorry. I think you're done. I think you're done. You're stupid, and you want this. For the people watching who can't see exactly what they want, this is what they want.
And I think I should play more before I give my take on.
Oh yeah, go play more.
It's fun.
In my country.
Today on another episode of I Wish I Was White. Feel about his
I don't care about you niggas, all right? Shit, all right? I like y'all niggas, but shit, this is our time. Let us take.
Oh, it's the truth, man. This
bootlicking.
Look, man, I know you're trying to get a clippable moment here for your fucking.
No, it's the truth, man. This is the issue with whites working with non-whites.
We're over here talking about a problem, then you bring it right back into this whole white thing. Like, dude, shut the fuck up.
This whole white thing is what built this country, Myron.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Hey, you fucking sand.
Bringing it back to this.
Yeah, not the black people who work hard and the natives who work hard in building the infrastructure of this country. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
His stupid ass comes back to them. It's like.
This is just dumbass coonery. Like this is what I see.
Holy shit, man! Holy fucking shit, man! Like basically, you got Kendrick Lamar by white people. Like that's basically what happened.
That's pretty much it. That's what you're getting.
And they made this same joke too later on in this video, but fucking, I'm just copyrighted. They can kiss my ass. But yeah, they got Kendrick Lamar the fuck out. But like, and mind you, I forgot to mention Myron. He's Muslim. He's actually a Muslim. Like his name.
Oh, that's
like,
a double homicide.
His name's not even Myron Gaines. He stole that from someone else. His name is like some type of Muslim shit. I can't.
Gee, I wonder why he changed it.
Yeah. So you could get into what a lot of what I've been seeing a lot of brown immigrants that come across the world from the Middle East come over here and pretend to be down with the black community, and then they turn around as soon as they get what they got. as soon as they get theirs, they turn around and be like, "Yeah, you blacks need to shut the fuck up," and shit like
Yeah,
this.
they're infiltrators. They're cultural infiltrators. They use African Americans as a way so that they could use them as a leverage push. And once they get what they want, then they integrate with the whites and they go to them.
Yeah, even though they don't realize. Okay, first off,
you a nigga to everybody else. Okay,
Yeah.
to all the white people, you're a nigga. Let's just put it clear. But
and
the
white supremacists are,
you know,
and the white supremacists are telling them that, like, okay, dude, thank you for helping us as far as getting rid of the Jews, but you know you're going to be next to it, right? Okay, you do know that. I mean, I never thought I'd actually defend a white supremacist in this situation, as far as they were actually being honest and real with them, but he's too stupid to be like, man, stop talking about race or anything. Let's, okay, just bring up.
Yeah, he's one of those apologists to be like, we're all in this together. We're all humans. We can all get along.
Like, these are like the nicest
freaking doofus. I hate people like that. People who blatantly ignore racial prejudice and do not ignore that there is an entire group of people wanting to bring back the 1800s and the 1700s again. And because of your stupid goofy ass wanted to be kumbaya, my lord, because you want to fuck some white girls. I mean, if you can do that, but just don't be stupid. Don't be an idiot. Don't be dumb.
But he is a fucking idiot, and he's supposed to be a dating guru, coaching type of shit, right? And at the same time,
all those people who's giving him the money, sorry for them.
Mm-hmm. And I think I'll save this. Well, I'll save this fact if I have a run to Will, because it's important. Sidebar. But anyway, as far as Myron goes, as far as being a red pill, like these guys are really just disrespecting him and shit. He's a guy that's well known to like threaten people on the internet. He quote unquote Frank Castle's women and some shit. And that's paying homage to the Punisher from the comic books, you know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and shit like this. So like but like when he kicks women off, he'd be like, "Yeah, that bitch got Frank Castle," and shit like this. And which is
misogynistic. Yeah, it meets with the manosphere.
Yeah, but he's like super. He's on okay. A lot of manosphere dudes, I feel like, have a problem. Their problems come from the fact that Tyrone fucks Stacy, or maybe Chad fucks Shaniqua. Either way, right?
It's insult-like behavior.
Yeah. I feel like this dude he's off, like, completely. Like, he don't have any of them problems. Like, I would seriously, like, what do you say called when you force people to go into therapy? So sedate them? Yeah. But yeah, I would seriously like sedate them or drug them up. Like, dude, you just need help, but whatever.
Rehabilitate?
Yeah, no, you know when you force people to go into therapy, like they get I'm gonna say sedated, but it's a different term, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
there's a little bit more.
This country, Myron, you're not from here.
Address you right now.
You're not from this country. Why do you think you can stay?
Anyway, like
no, it's a point.
Hey,
I am in Florida. I'm in Florida, and I will knock you out on camera.
All right, I'm not gonna have violence in the
Florida. Go figure.
I think Ian's have.
Well, Hurricane Milton will take care of all that. That's the overall. But anyway,
Mother Nature is claiming back his land.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's poetic justice, because Myron does hate women. So yes, Mother Nature is actually like, "What you say about me?" Yeah. Also, I want to point out, Myron made a book. He actually made a book. I forgot what's it called. It's called.
He made a book? Oh my god!
Myron Gaines book. Yeah, it's called "Why Women
Deserve Less." Yes, this is the book clearly that a bunch of females are going to buy. Clearly, they're going to buy it.
I kind of want to do a review on it, but I want to pay him and something.
See if you can pirate it, like torrent it.
Yeah, I mean, but look at it
I'll
this
give
way.
you some websites you can use to get like an ebook or something.
Okay, I mean, we'll put it this way: we ain't got to worry about that, because for one, Myron is what a lot of people would consider black. For one, and two, he's in Florida, and three, a black man in Florida making a buck. Ron DeSantis will take care of his ass.
Book bans.
Yeah. And at the same time, to be fair, there's a good argument to make Ron DeSantis to present to it.
In this case, this would be a really good book ban.
Yeah, this would be a good I'll even present the argument like, hey,
I'll support this book ban. If any other book bans happen, this one deserves to be banned.
I'll head up Ron DeSantis and be like, hey, yeah, you're against that goddamn gay agenda, indoctrinating people. I don't know, a book.
Remember, he's also against Black history, and this technically will be part of Black history.
Yeah, but really, just the title alone would say why women deserve less, which sounds kind of gay because it's like a man making that kind of book. I mean, just saying, that gay agenda there, and he's saying women deserve less. So what does he think? Men deserve
Men
more.
deserve more.
Yeah, I think I could trick Ron DeSantis, and also, the people's elbow argument.
He's a big homophobe too. That's why we're using that as a pun.
I revealed some of this on my channel, but I'll catch up on some shit. Okay.
Insane in the membrane. What's going on? Oh. Yeah, I have laryngitis, but it's getting there. It's getting better. It comes off and on.
And we're back with another very interesting video on this channel, man.
What the fuck? What the fuck is that coming from?
Sometimes you play tabs, and if you what's going? Okay, all right, I see what's going on there.
Okay, here we go.
With guys that you suffer with. Okay, that's how you build.
Okay, well, he's explaining this and defended this. Hold on.
You're heading to work. Oh, damn. The night shift.
We have a little throwback here. We haven't seen these boys in a minute. Straight from Rumble, the paradise of the defranchised, demonetized.
Because some people made some comments like, "Oh, Myron, you're gay. We saw you with your white friend Eric, and he kissed you, or you were on a bed with."
I know what goes on in Dubai. I know exactly what goes on in Dubai. I know exactly what kind of parties they have. That's a whole dick fest. Yep.
Look how happy he is, by the way. Look how happy. In these pictures. Look how happy. Look how happy. I mean, look how happy. And he's a white black white supremacist. It all boils down. It makes sense. It makes fucking sense.
Yep.
It all makes sense.
It all adds up. It all correlates. It all correlates.
Oh yeah.
They love them some massa. That's all I gotta say. Massa ding-a-ling. Honestly, that's exactly what they want.
When I first saw this picture, I thought it was AI because this picture does look AI as fuck. Like this is like if you would have showed me this picture with anybody,
he probably don't give him ideas. He might say it's AI.
Hold on, let it continue.
Military or did anything like with other men where there's like, or you were on a bed gay. We saw you with your white friend Eric, and he kissed you, or you were on a bed with him. Blah blah blah. And it's like. That's how I could tell a lot of people didn't play sports or weren't in the military or did anything.
Pause it.
Hold on. Nope.
Other men where there's like a unified front or a goal. Anyone that's an athlete, anyone that is in former military, anyone that was any type of situation where you're grinding it out with other guys in some kind of competitive atmosphere, that's just how it is. You guys don't understand like how close you'll.
Okay, now we can pause it. Okay, now go ahead.
What the liberal explanation is that? Coming from someone who's strictly conservative, right? He's a conservative person, and he's trying to justify it in the most liberalist, politically correct, liberal way as possible. It's funny when the foot is in the other ass, now all of a sudden they want to be liberal and progressive, right? When it comes down to their outings that come out, and now they want to be more explaining and be progressive in how they identify their behaviors, but yet when it comes to everyone else, oh yeah, we're going to be judgmental and conservative. Get out of here with that. Get out of here.
And he's also one of them guys that would consider like anything that the average person wouldn't be considered gay as gay. Example, he'll be that's
the most gayest shit I've ever seen from any straight. You never listen. Let me tell you something. No.
I'm saying, but what I'm saying is like he's one of those guys that'll be like, oh, if you're a guy you play video games, oh that's gay, or you're a guy that goes to does yoga, oh that's gay, or oh you dance, oh, that's gay, oh you ask for consent from women for sex, that's gay, man. Oh.
So basically, they're teaching men to be complete dumbass retards, right?
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
But when it comes to obvious shit like this, you in the bed, hugged up, and again, very happy, awkwardly happy, very awkwardly happy,
half naked at that. Naked at that.
Apparently, that's not gay.
We're talking about the biggest dodging of bullets you have ever. We're talking about Matrix level of bullets being dodged. That P Diddy, the diddler is after all the celebrities. The Kardashians are right now in trouble. We're gonna talk about that in another time. But this is some Diddy shit right here. This is what you're seeing.
This is, I mean, yeah, but this kind of is too. This kind of pertains to that. But hold on, I'm gonna finish. Let him finish.
Because they fuck, like you know exactly what goes on in there. Because I know what goes on in Dubai. They leave their wives and their girlfriends just so they can have gay orgies. I mean, that's what goes on in Dubai.
Yeah, let him finish.
White is kept. That's what happens.
Okay, that's how you build.
I mean, come on. The other guy's naked. Like, come on. Like, like look at this. Look at him grabbing the pillow. Like, come on. Come on. Like,
God damn it.
Unified struggle towards a common goal.
Come on.
Unified. Okay, question then. Okay, if that's the case, and that's how it goes in like top elite military sports, and he probably says that because he's also an ex-Fed. But right, if that's what
that don't mean shit. That don't mean yeah.
Okay.
Oh, damn indeed, sloppy. Damn indeed.
Yeah, but I'm saying
that don't mean shit.
Is it like a requirement? Like, I'm just saying, like, is that a requirement?
No, that's just three fruity people doing some fruity stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that they just hypocrites and want to bob and weave and deny and try to dodge so many bullets when it comes back to them. Like people got you. Like you're an idiot.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, like, would the white dudes be like, let's be like, hey man, you better hop in the bed with me, otherwise you can't make the team or some shit. And if that's the case, if I was in this situation, I'd be like,
now, that's some white Diddy shit.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, fuck that. For one, fun. I mean, I don't want to make an FBI team. I mean, it's an FBI team because it's not like, well, okay, never mind. I'm stupid. I'm just saying. But
no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
And yeah, I mean, anytime someone says some shit like that, I'm like, yeah, that's how I know that you weren't an athlete or you never did anything with other.
Look how uncomfortable he is. He's like, oh shit, I gotta explain this to people. Fuck. Nah, bro, that's fruity only. Oh my god.
That's how I could. More than likely, bro. You know what? You're probably a neckbeard fat bastard, and you probably never played sports in your life.
That's your fan base, though. That's literally your fan base.
Yeah, as it stands right now, Fresh and Fit are done to the point where like their whatever fan base they had, they just tune in just to mock them, or tune in just to see bitches get kicked out. Who cares? But yeah.
Care. You called in to scream about cartoons. You're screaming about cartoons right now.
Why don't you talk about no, it's like 6 fucking photos of you doing some gay shit, bro. You only explained 2 of them. Get out of here, bro.
What are you talking about?
Get the fuck out of here,
He
bro.
already explained it multiple times, bro.
Why are you hugging a white boy from behind when your lips is on that nigga here? Why are you letting a white boy kiss you on the mouth with his eyes closed and y'all belches and touch? What the fuck are you doing, bro?
If Myron was...
This is also a big problem because it also explains the amount of homophobia in the world, and this is pretty much an example of it. But, they kind of got it from their own prejudice and their own hypocrisy. But, yeah, go ahead.
I don't think it's more... I mean, to be fair, it could...
No, because...
I mean,
again,
okay, hold on. I know, but what I'm saying is it does sound like it comes from a mouth of a homophobe, but it's also just it could come from a person who's not a homophobe that's just trying to open my.
I know that they're just perplexed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they just like, well, that's strange, like someone of your caliber would be like that, and you claim yourself to be this, and you claim yourself to be anti-woke and straight and what have you, and then you do stuff like that, and it's like it shocks them. But this is what happens when you grift, and your grift gets played out by your secrets, and this is one of his secrets, and this is what's going on. And like, I think a lot of people here need to realize that.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, like, but the way that the caller broke it down to him, I would say the same. I would break it down to him verbatim, word for word. But I'm not homophobic. But if I'm trying to talk to a dumbass nigga like Myron and break shit down to him, that's the way you got to talk to him, I guess. Maybe I don't know. That's what.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but it really sheds light, like, how they feel about the male sexuality. Is this is pretty much it. And it's sad because what if he really is? What if he's just trying to grift and live a fake life, and this is the life that he's trying to grift to for money? And it's sad that if he were to come out like that, his fan base will probably go against him and hate him and, call him a whole bunch of names like groomer and pedophile and what have you, and denigrate him. And it's really sad because not only it shows the impact of Myron, but it also shows the impact of, the people who supports Fresh and Fit. The people who supports them, and it shows what kind of fan base and the people who watches them and their mindset is. You know what I mean? It's sad. It's sad on both ends.
Yeah, and I agree with that. But at this point, well, for one, they've already been exposed for having fake lives, such as they claim to be against Instagram models, OnlyFans girls, but these two niggas were caught on sugar daddy websites, literally picking up women and shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like they're just a bunch of hypocrite grifters,
Yeah, and I feel like they're hypocritical grifters on the highest level of evil that you could think of, because I feel like they come off as dumb. Their arguments are dumb, yes, but they're smart enough to know what the fuck they're doing. They're smart enough to know at best that there are men out there who are struggling as far as like getting women and shit like this, right? And whatever the case might be as far as how they came like that, it doesn't matter, but they know that audience is out there and they're looking for, and these guys come in and they just inject propaganda poison in them as far as like, no, it's not used to women's feminism and blah blah blah, all this other stuff.
Yeah, make guys become incels.
And the result of that is you still don't know how to get a chick, but you're still.
That's the end of the day. It's just to fuel their hatred and to marinate in it and profit from it and grift.
Yeah, but only at best, the only thing you get from it is the idea of you having multiple girlfriends or multiple wives or some shit. But the problem is you can't even figure out how to get one bitch to suck your dick. Okay, so like,
Catch that on fleek.
So and the thing about it is like they also preach the narrative as far as sugar mamas, having a sugar mama is bad. Women only want you for money. It's bad. OnlyFans is bad and shit. So like, if you're a guy that subscribes to an OnlyFans chick, guess what? You're a beta or a simp, what the fuck ever. But ironically, if you're a fan of them, a loyal fan, a member of their gay little castle club, which they charge people like $700 or some shit, right? You're doing the same shit.
Pop them cheeks, Diddy style.
Yeah, you're doing the same shit that you claim that you're against. That you're doing the same shit that the simps are doing for OnlyFans chicks.
They're being hypocrites. It's the whole idea. It's part of the grifting policy. You're being a hypocrite. You don't live by your own policies. A grifter never lives by their own policies. They have to get other people to do it to have the fan base. That's part of grifting. That's what grifting entails. And
what's worse is this has never been confirmed, but I have a theory. I mean, I'm just looking at the facts, right? These guys I'm just looking at the facts. These guys have sugar mamas, right? They go to sugar daddy websites.
I think it's sugar daddies and sugar mamas. But,
okay, whatever. Yeah, they have sugar daddy websites, right? Okay, guess what? They're grifting from impressionable men and even younger men, and to giving them money and shit, just so they can pay, sticker price for their fucking for their sugar mamas. So it's like, here's the thing, to those people, right, that are falling for the Fresh and Fit grift. You already acknowledge, and it's undeniable that these guys have that your idols have sugar mamas, right? So instead of being against men who sip to OnlyFans chick or have a sugar mama or whatever, right? How about you just take that money that you're going to give to Fresh and you get yourself a sugar mama? That's my advice, because at least you're getting your dick sucked. But if you go with their path,
but see, they're not going to follow their own advice. Their advice is not to help. When they give advice, it's not the advice that they're going to follow. It's the advice that they're going to give their fan base, because they're trying to reach out for an audience. See, the grift is.
I know, but I'm talking to the audience members. I'm talking to the audience.
That would mean the audience will have to have some form of intelligence, and unfortunately, that's.
Because all you're doing is paying for some other lame dweeb ass niggas to get their dick sucked by sugar mamas. Well, really, you could just go to sugar mama themselves, and they could just give your dick suck, and they might do it for cheap, and they might do it cheaper.
Omega knows all about. Well, let's just say Omega knows about the hustle.
Watch any NBA game. Watch any sport. What do they do when he does a good play? They slap the ass. Is that gay too, nigga?
Answer: yes, that's gay.
That is very gay.
Yeah, I mean they do it, yeah, but it's still gay. But okay,
that's the funny thing.
So yeah, I had to play that rest of it because you were saying that they could make the argument it's AI. So yeah, they eliminated that argument, because their argument now is that it's not AI, but their argument instead is it's not gay. I mean, what do you mean it's gay? Me hopping into bed with a dude, man, that's not gay.
Like you're clearly projecting. Only an idiot would not think that. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that would use that as an excuse, and they would probably believe them. But they're just, to me, that's just closeted behavior. This is just closeted activities.
I mean, but they're that dumb. I mean, if I was in this situation, I would probably say that. I'll be like, AI, bro, totally, yeah, AI, yeah, totally me.
It's not me. They Photoshop me. That's AI. It's all AI.
It's the Matrix, bro. You know about that Matrix, or I don't know.
What kind of technology they got? And they can put me in anything. They could put me in freaking gay porn. I don't know.
Yeah, or maybe it's the Jews or something. I don't fucking know. I'll pick a bigger man, but I'm just saying.
I mean, they probably will say that too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, summarize it up with the red pill type of shit. It's like they really just make men just look horrible, and it's kind of embarrassing for me to be a man.
I think they get the worst of the worst, and they recruit the worst of the worst. And so if you ever, like, it's just like with the alt-right, they try to get people who have ideas, mentalities, and intellect that gears towards that, and values, ultimately, that gears towards that. And that's what the kind of people, and there's a lot of them out there. There is a lot of them, and they want to get those people so that they could recruit them and normalize their mentality in terms of a public sphere, to get them in a safe space. And that's exactly what they're doing. And it's disappointing because we see not only these people, they influence the desperate doofus nerds out there, but they also, what they do is that they recruit younger people. Because they influence not just the incels, but they influence the younger people who may look up to these people. Maybe their older brothers may look up, or their fathers may look up to these kinds of people, and they may recommend them to their sons and say, hey man, you need to watch ABBA and Fresh. You need to watch them and watch Fresh and Fit and see how they think, how they treat women, how they think about women. And those kinds of people are the kinds of things that can influence the generation. Because more younger people would see that and think that this will be the kind of way to live your life as a man, right? And not realizing how damaging that could be. You know what I mean? And see, they don't care. Because ultimately, Fresh and Fit, they're just getting money. They're grifting. To them, who cares about society? We're going to tell them what we want to tell them. Shit, they're too dumb and stupid to even realize what we tell them is bullshit. But it's just like with Trump and MAGA. They have a cult-based following, and they recruit more members based on popularity and what sells and what markets. And they know their market, and they know their target audience. And that's what they're doing. They know exactly who they want to sell their product to, their information to, and that's exactly what they're doing. An insane dead ass, man. I hope I can do more.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, it still also ties back to Trump and the right wing, or not right wing, but I would say MAGA, right? Because as far as I'm concerned, the red pill it has been exposed as far as just being a recruitment tool for the right wing, especially which is why
that's what I'm trying to do.
The data shows that like younger men are leaning towards right, and because most of the red pill audience is younger men. I imagine
look at the political comment. Tim Waltz. I mean, not Tim Waltz. Ben Shapiro, Tim Pool, Matt Walsh. Joe Rogan.
Be careful. Hold on. Be careful what you say that be careful when you say those names, especially because
they mostly lean towards right wing commentary. Like
but what I'm saying is I'm focused only on the red pill, right? And I'm separating them for a good reason. I'll explain in a minute.
Oh, okay. I know what you mean.
I'll explain in a minute. But yeah, like the red pill, like really their message just resonates with only young men, teenagers. Who don't know.
No, but young men who, it could be middle-aged too. Middle-aged men who want to influence their younger children with that.
And if
young males growing up and they see them as cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if they manage to get some 30-plus-year-old men who are struggling finding girls, that's even better, right? But like, because their message resonate with because the red pill's message is really geared towards like younger men or grown men with young with a teenage mindset. That's the result of, I believe,
Fuck boys.
Why the recruitment for why younger men are leaning towards the right. And now that you mentioned Matt Walsh and Ben Shapiro, what's interesting is Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh are against the red pill because they made videos against Andrew Tate.
But they follow values that are in aligned with them. Like, even if you are against them as a collab or integration, a majority of your values are gearing towards what they promote and preach.
That's what I'm saying too.
So what's the difference? Like, what's the difference between Ben Shapiro and Andrew Tate in terms of their values? Except Ben Shapiro doesn't believe in polygamy and sex promoting, and Andrew Tate does, but that's probably the only difference.
I think it's two things. These are two theories. One, the red pill says what the Ben Shapiro's or Matt Walsh truly believe. They say the quiet power out loud. They're too brazen. Like, they're like, yeah, we believe this shit, but
Yep.
we out of control.
Yep. Sorry to interrupt you, Omega. But Insane says Shot just found out a few weeks ago about some of these right wing, like Candace Owens. They were all paid by Russian outlets. Yeah.
Tim Pool and Dave Rubin and Benny Johnson. Yeah.
So remember when I told you about the Russians are trying to invade America and destroy the democracy? That's why you find a lot of these hate speech going on, a lot of these hate movements happening. It's because Russia is trying to destroy America. That's the whole point. That's exactly what's happening. They have insiders. They have people that work on the inside, and they want to destroy America from the inside and get rid of the democracy, get rid of the freedom, get rid of the progression that we made for nearly 40, 50 years, since the 1960s, from the civil rights movement and upward. They want to destroy that and take away that and revert America back to where it was before, so they can have full dominion and control over it. And the fucking stupid right-wingers are too dumb and stupid to see that, because they're like, my freedom, my free speech, and I need my free. Well, pretty soon you're not going to have free speech, because they'll censor that too. Once they get rid of the minorities, they come after your ass next.
Definitely. But point two I want to make is my for theory, why Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles are against the red pill. I think it's racism. Because think about it like this. Those guys are willing to go on the whatever podcast, right? I don't know if you know what that is. It's basically a ripoff of Fresh and Fit, but like the white version of it. That's why I call it.
Oh, God. Like the white rap he was doing?
Yeah, it's called the Whatever Podcast, and it's so fucking boring. It really is. Like,
I mean, it's Ben Shapiro. I mean, come on.
No, the Whatever Podcast is not Ben Shapiro, but Whatever Podcast is just another bunch of dweeb-ass white guys.
Oh, like Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, no, okay. Well, they had him on there. But I'm saying these are like different white boys that basically literally ripped off Fresh and Fit and basically did their own white version of shit. Right?
Caucasian-fied the Fresh and Fit.
Yes. Okay. I make a joke about this, but I put it this way: Fresh and Fit is what happens when you go to a misogynistic black church, and the Whatever Podcast is what happens when you go to a white misogynistic black church. Okay. Break it down.
Exactly. I'm gonna say this about Insane. Yeah, Russia knows they can't attack us ahead, so they have to So they're using psychological warfare in order to ensure that can take place. And they know a lot of Americans are prejudiced and bigoted, and if they can divide the country just like that, they can use that. Oh, I can't stand Michael Knowles. If they can use that for that backing, it can work. You play on Americans' bigotry, you can get them to do whatever they want to, especially if you pay them with money.
Okay. I'm not going to play a video because I don't need to play the video to prove my point about this. But yeah, as you can see, it's like basically the white version of it. Literally is like the white version of
Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, see, women got the dumbass whore bitches versus in the guys debating and why does he have this doll here?
I don't know. I thought that was a real person at first. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's some creepy incel shit, let me tell you.
Yeah, but and Michael Knowles, he's a part of Daily Wire too, so this furthers my point, right? So yeah, like Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh, and even Michael Knowles came out against Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate. What did they have in common? They're both black. So yeah, it's a combination of those two theories. They're black, and two, they're saying the quiet part out loud. loud. They're not like intellectualizing it like a Jordan, like they would, or this dweeb shit is doing it. Yeah, he's a little bitch, but yeah. So
he looks more like a doll than the girl doll in the background.
Who, him? This guy?
Yeah. In that freeze frame.
Yeah, he's such a fucking. I don't even. Yeah, he's such a bitch, dude. Like, I'm just detecting bitch made vibes from. Okay, already. That's how much of a bitch he is. But yeah. And we can play a clip, but he said 2 hours, so I don't want to cut into that. But yeah, I'll just wrap this up as far as Myron case goes. To further my point, I have another point to prove. I'll add another clip to show. You heard about Vivek and Ann Coulter?
Yes, I have. Vivek Ramaswamy and Ann Coulter, the closeted transgender woman. Because they said she has a penis.
Would not surprise me. According to the right wing,
and she has an Adam's apple too.
What's interesting about when the right wing does this shit is like, okay, they'll look at Michelle Obama and be like, man, but they won't look at like their own women. Like, I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying at least like the Ann Coulter. Like, okay, she looks like me when I was 8 years old.
Look at Marjorie Taylor Greene, prime example.
Yes.
Bad built butch body. I mean, come on.
I mean, holy shit, man. I feel like I saw her at WrestleMania. Shit. What the fuck I was looking at? Okay. Baby.
Okay, why does she looks like a black Ariana Grande?
Who?
On that thumbnail.
Who? Which one? This chick or that chick? Oh, okay.
The one on the right, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it, man. I say to those people, man, it's like, okay, you're real tough. You're debating like grown ass 30-plus-year-old men debating with 19-year-old plus only 19-year-old OnlyFans chicks about life and shit and owning them. It's like,
and that's creepy enough because it's like almost predatory because they're teenagers and you guys are like almost in your 40s and 50s. Like, it's kind of creepy.
And that was another point I wanted to bring up. Yeah. And they're also the type to claim that transgenders are groomers, but these guys are advocating for basically
always
for fucking the youngest possible pussy you can legally fuck.
Just like with Matt Walsh. Remember I told you? See, when they talk about groomers, they create this fear-based conspiracy of they're coming after your children. But really what they're trying to say is, gay people, trans people are disgusting and they will make your kid no longer breed and all this other stuff and put fear-based paranoia. Meanwhile, they're advocating, the other party who says this advocates for pedophilia openly. They want to date minors.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, oh, damn. I wanted to bring up another example, but I ain't going to have much time. So,
Mr. Indian Coon.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know about it, so
and
I'll play it for
articulate, and I
everyone.
guess you are so bright and articulate, and I guess I can call you articulate since you're not an American black. Oh, and I agreed with many, many things you said during, in fact, probably more than most other candidates when you were running for president. But
look at that Adam's apple. Look at that.
Yeah, goddamn. I thought Kellyanne.
If you can't see that's a trans person, I don't know. He must be blind.
I thought Kellyanne Conway was bad, but
it's clear. It's right there. Like you can see it. It's moving. You can see the Adam's apple moving.
Because you're an Indian, than most other candidates when you were running for president. But I still would not have voted for you because you're an Indian.
Damn.
I mean, listen, he's stupid. He knew exactly what kind of people he would deal. If you think you're going to get accepting white people, especially in the Republican Party, you must be stupid. You must be stuck on stupid. He knew what he was asking for. He knew exactly the kinds of people he was dealing with.
That is the identity of the WASP. I think every ethnic group has this, the WASP work ethic and the Jewish work ethic. And
I'm detecting meth vibes from her now. I don't know why.
Yeah, I can tell she's probably a nose candy kind of person.
Yeah, I would say meth. I'm sorry.
Yeah, meth too. And don't forget ketamine.
maybe even fentanyl. I don't know.
Yeah, fentanyl too.
This is coming from a mindset of a violent.
Gotta love that lean.
I'm sure there is an Indian work ethic, but specifically with Presbyterians or Protestants, let me put it that way, and the Calvinism, even though it might not be theologically true, but the idea that you are part of the chosen and you prove that by being successful, it's almost the reverse in Catholic countries, not so much this country because American Catholics have basically become Protestants. And that is this worship of being poor, as if you are closer to God because you're poor.
Okay, you're born.
Immigrants just do not understand the Second Amendment.
You kind of are, because Jesus cared about the poor more than he cared about the rich. Jesus was heavily against the rich.
You have a right.
Yeah. I guess there's nothing more that I need to explain because it's just random shit. But yeah.
No, let her keep talking. I want to hear what she has to say.
To bear arms, should hate speech be banned? And it's noticeable that large percentages of immigrants and children of immigrants really don't get that. And I think that is the point of having natural born citizen only for president, that this is a really delicate thing we have, this freedom to bear arms and there being no such thing as hate speech. And it's just an additional little
Look at him slowly die inside. Like it's like watching a car wreck. It's like going to one of those gore websites and just watching like the impact just happens, and you're just like you just can't stop staring at it. Like it's just so bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a life.
Did you hear what happened with not Ann Coulter, Anna Kasparian? She came out as a right wing.
Well, she didn't say right wing. To be fair, she just said she's not a part of the left. But okay,
and what's not part of the left? The middle. Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, funny. That remains. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
No comment. Okay. No comment, I guess. But
on that fleek, yep.
Okay, you know what's funny about this too? It's like, okay, like a lot of people that do the whole "why I left the left" video or whatever, their main reason basically revolves around the left was vicious towards them at some point, right? You know, and Anna Kasparian's case, she was talking about some homeless dude was like sizing her up behind her from the ass or some shit, or even black conservatives, they'll be like, man, there were people they called me a sellout or a coon and all this other shit though. And it's like, okay, so you're gonna leave our side to go to the side that are doing that clearly with my examples doing it to your face, and arguably worse than what the left could do. You know what I'm saying? Like at best, the worst as the leftists could do is say a Obama joke. Like, and also keep in mind, me as a leftist, I've been called a coon or a sellout and some shit. I mean, I'm a black
atheist. Here.
Yeah, I'm a black atheist liberal that loves wrestling and video games. Like I'm the average stereotypical black person. Like, you know. So, and I've been called all of that. And the way
I would say you're the actually average black person. Most black people or most black men are like this. Yeah. That's all we do. Like we have fun. That's exactly what a lot of black men do. But I guess stereotypes matter.
I mean, well, tell it to my sister because hell, even growing up, she was always calling me that. I mean, because my dad watched the old Western shows, like
my father too, always like Western movies.
Yeah, he loved Bonanza and Gunsmoke and
MGTV. Yeah.
Even watches Little House on the Prairie and shit. When I go over there, it's either that or my mom's watching some type of Bible shit or Family Feud. But yeah, but yeah, my dad liked the cowboy shit, and he also liked wrestling. But at the same time, for some reason, at one point in my life, for a split second, I wanted to be a country singer, and I had like a karaoke machine and like a microphone and sang, and my sister just came in, barged in, and said, "You suck," and that just hurted my feelings. But what I'm trying to make here is like I've been called worse as far as the coons and sellouts and all this other stuff, and people trying to demean my blackness and shit. But like the way I dealt with it was simply I didn't get mad or leave them. I just got even. They said I'm not black. I said, well, fuck you. You ain't black. You say fuck my mama. I said, I fuck your mama. Shit like this. Right, I feel like that's as far as the harsh reality that you would take from a black leftist, right? But like these guys are like blatantly saying to your face, get back to work, shut up and dribble, nigger. Like, and apparently that's not a problem.
Unapologetically.
Yeah. But oh wait, I just realized why. Okay, fine. They got money. I forgot. So so basically black people like me, if I was one of them, I have to like give them a check, saying fuck your mama, here's a check. But which is just sad. It's just a sad life to live, especially for Vivek's case. The guy that you can say what you will about him, but he is very intelligent. I would admit he's an intelligent man, went to college, got a whole lot of degrees, and he's pretty good. From what I heard, he's a good businessman. And he even and the way he ran his campaign, I mean, he basically was the people who were saying he's like a Trump mini-me or some shit, right? Like he bought into every single conspiracy theory. He went after every one of the rhinos, according to the far right, right? Like Nikki Haley and shit, right? He even thanked Trump and glazed him up prior to him dropping out, and in the speech glazed him up and why he dropped out, and he even got a photo with him. And even after all of that, what does he get in return? I don't know. Go back to a 7-Eleven. Like it's just a life wasted, and it's not even really worth it.
Like you did your best, Indian. You did your best, Desi. Now let the white folks handle this.
Yeah, like they basically said what I said earlier. Like they will use you to get what they need out of you, and then when they feel they don't have no more use for you, done. Then you'll be black. They'll remind you of your place. I mean, I know the Jason Whitlocks and Candace Owens still exist, but here's the thing: it's like a countdown to destruction for them. They still see some good use out of them. So just because they ain't got you now, don't take their delay as an absence. Bottom line, It just makes you want to ask, like, is it really that worth it? Is it really worth it? Because especially think about it like this: if they send you back, you got to go back to the people that you've been denigrating and dehumanized. And how the fuck you think we gonna treat your ass once they send your ass back to the hood, nigga?
Right back to the camp.
So yeah, you got to really think about it. I mean, no matter how you can have all the money in the world, you can be the smartest investor, but still, they easily can take it all away like that. And that's where black men just needs that arrogance, Kamala. Just okay. It's just sad that like seeing that. Yeah. I forgot my goddamn point. You go ahead.
Keep going.
No. I mean, it's just sad. It just pisses me off to still see these motherfuckers like go hard for Trump, right? Because recently, I mean, I've been on the internet and I've been in some servers and shit like this, and I've seen like more black men like, and I'm just sick and tired of these a lot of black conservatives that have the mindset that the black community is a fucking monolith for them to control, especially when they have when they have the label black, just because they have the label black in their screen name and shit. Like I always run into these niggas that are like, that pretend like, oh, I'm a great example of the black community. Why? Because I have a job. I've never been to jail and I'm trying to teach kids, blah, 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 all this other shit. And it's like, dude, you don't represent everybody. All right, you do. I don't know what the fuck Trump is doing to y'all niggas at his fucking rallies or some shit, but guess what? You're going to come.
It's a cult. Yep.
Yeah. But one way or the other, you're going to realize that we ain't a fucking monolith, okay? Like, we don't need a champion. We don't need a president. We don't need a prime minister, any of that shit, okay? Just shut the fuck up and be happy that you got successful and just take care of your own shit, Like, there's niggas out there that apparently want to take care of everybody else's kids but their own. Example, Kevin Samuels. There's those type of niggas want to be so pro-black and take care of the black community and protect everyone in the black community except the black woman, apparently. Like, which is why they're more critical of the black woman, more qualified woman running for president, as opposed to the obvious, clearly dipshit white candidate that's running for president. even holding water for him. Even when Trump, like, yeah, I think I talked to you a while ago. Remember when Trump was like, black people are voting for me because I have a mugshot or some shit, right? Like, none of them niggas were ever checking them on it. Instead, they'll deny it never happened, or they'll just defend it or double down on it. Like, what the fuck, man? Like,
Because it all goes back to misogyny.
like I promise you, if Biden would have said some shit like this, they would all be outraged. They will all be fucking outraged with some shit. Hell, that even resembles the comment that Trump made. That is a dark mirror to when Hillary Clinton pulled out the hot sauce thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and niggas were raging towards Hillary Clinton about that. Like, oh man, she just looks at us like that. But like when he does this and he says this over and over again, they're like, well, Trump, bro. I mean, Trump is the way he's gonna take care of us, or for some bullshit reason and shit like this. And it's like, what? Like Dr. Umar Johnson said it best, and I don't even like that nigga, but he said it best.
No.
We can't save everybody, okay? My only way to dealing with this is, at best, it's like shit. We got like a few more weeks for the election, and we just gotta hold conservatives more accountable to what the fuck they've been saying, because conservatives have basically been getting away with a lot of fuckery shit as far as lying,
Grifting, deceiving. Yeah, they.
And their lies have done nothing but cause discourse. Okay, if they look at Donald Trump,
division, separation.
Look at Donald Trump and the Haitians comment as far as they're eating dogs,
eating cats and dogs. Yeah, I mean, come on.
I mean, if Biden would have said that shit, or even Kamala,
they were never here. If Biden or Kamala would have said that, they would have. You would have not hear the end of it.
Yes, definitely. I can say that for a fucking fact. But now we got people literally going, well, I saw a TikTok video of like one black dude was eating the dog to it could be like, really? Like, are you fucking serious?
How did that even started? Like the whole rumor of cats and dogs eating.
Apparently, well, he got it from JD Vance, who also got it from like a TikToker who made a video claiming about that. And even the person that started that rumor came out and said came out and apologized for even starting that rumor because of the damage it was doing to the Haitian community in Springfield. So you got the person that started the rumor that said it's not true. You got the governor saying it's not true. You got everybody that lives there saying it's not true. But still, it's because of the power of conservative propaganda. It still is fact to a lot of people.
And hatred.
Yeah. One could even say prime example of white supremacy or white privilege. But like they literally like have gotten away with shit to the point where like if any liberal would have done it, like they would be condemned for like a motherfucker. Like they would look at CNN. If CNN gets an article wrong, like in 19, they'll be like, well, see, CNN is not real news because in 19, they staged this shit and they say it's fake. Meanwhile, you got Trump and JD Vance, who, oh yeah, behind you. JD Vance also came out and said that he would make stuff up to try to point out the issue. I'll play the video clip of that.
Try to get that fact checking.
All right. Like overall, man, when I debate conservatives, I'm going for blood, which is why probably I can't even debate Hero now because I'm going for blood because like it shit's gotta end. But fuck, okay, maybe this is not the clear. But fuck it. Okay, go back to
cat and dog story. We are creating. Is that data?
Back to him, and he tries to walk it back. Let's watch.
You just said that you're
back to him, and he tries to walk it back. Let's watch.
You just said that you're creating a story.
Public policy.
Sir, you just said that you're creating the story.
What's that, Dana?
You just said that this is a story that you created. So the eating dogs and cats thing is not.
We are creating. Dana, it comes from firsthand accounts from my constituents. I say that we're creating a story, meaning we're creating the American media focusing on it. I didn't create 20,000 illegal migrants coming into Springfield thanks to Kamala Harris's policies. Her policies did that, but yes, we created the actual focus that allowed the American media to talk about this story and the suffering caused by Kamala Harris's policies.
So just to be clear.
And the result of that is even children in schools are getting bullied. And they're not even illegal immigrants. They're actually immigrants because like Springfield took on a shit ton of Haitians for due to lack of work. And
Yeah, I can imagine Haitian kids being bullied. Yeah.
Yes. That's
like, you eat cats and dogs? Ew.
Any fucking politician would have said this. Even if Reagan would have said this, this would definitely be disqualifying automatically.
Automatically, 100%.
You know, I said Reagan, but as far as Obama goes, he'll be killed. But
scrutinize.
Like at this point, conservatives, like y'all lost credibility for anything at all whatsoever. Like you don't deserve any credibility. Like all the arguments
it's not even. It's just hateful propaganda and being sold on a pedestal with gullible people trying to buy their stuff.
Like straight up, like you should treat these arguments like they ain't nothing. Stop. As far as me interacting with conservatives with their arguments, I don't even treat their arguments like they're actual arguments. I treat them like they're talking points due to the fact that all you got to do is ask them simple follow-up questions as far as, okay, so what about this? What about that? And they instantly fold. Okay, so like they just like they have lost complete credibility with me as far as I'm concerned.
I doubt they have any. I think the moment Trump came into office, I think that's when they shot their credibility because it was no longer there. And that's starting from 2016.
And what's even worse about it is, it's like, okay, I look at Trump as like the guy that like had a job, did a horrible, was a bad employee. He would show up to work late, leave early, fuck up on a job, even got write-ups many times, then got fired, and then he came back to the job and trying to start a fight with one of the employees that fired him, and guess what? He got nothing really didn't happen because they just got scared and say the employer called the police on them and they just ran away. And then months later, he comes back to apply at that job, and guess what? They're still looking at his application and be like, as far as we're not hiring now, but I'll keep your application as far as like our top pick if something really does open. Like that's basically how I feel about Trump's presidency right now, in as far as the second run. And it's even sad that he made it this fucking far. That says a lot. Kamala's beating him, but hell, I mean, good thing I'll be replaced Biden with Kamala. But at the same problem is Kamala's barely beating him. That's still a problem.
It shows how far deep like the worship for Trump, like worshiping like he's some god or authority, that's just how far it goes. Like the first time it was just a rebellion, but now it's the second time it's like, yeah, you're gonna worship this man like he's your savior, and you put golden statues and you buy his Bible and stuff. Like that's why Kamala said they're weird.
Yeah, and okay, if Trump really is a guy is really gonna solve. Is we're going to make the economy better. Okay, think about it like this. Why is a billionaire, right? We'll go with this with his words. He's a billionaire. He has billions of dollars. What the fuck?
Quid pro quo, millions of dollars.
Why is a billionaire who is constantly bitching about inflation as far as, you can't buy bacon is $10 or some shit like that, right? To his people.
Or a man who avoids paying his taxes.
Right. Okay, not even that. But why is a guy who's a billionaire that's always complaining about how hard it is to buy bacon and shit? Why is he always begging money from them? And wasn't that their argument in the beginning of 2016 as far as why Trump is a good candidate, which was, because he's a billionaire of his own, he isn't bought like all these other politicians. But even though it's like,
yeah, it's just a bullshit excuse to try to, amend the situation as if Trump is going to fix the economy. But they don't realize that the policies are being trickled down throughout presidency. So whatever is implemented in this presidency gets trickled down to the next presidency.
When he came into office in 2016, he inherited a stable, a recovering economy from Obama. and fuck that up. So how the fuck can he? What the fuck has he learned?
Like a lot of the policies that Biden has now that came from the Trump era. It's just it didn't when Trump implemented it.
Well, the border
it took
policies,
4 years for it to come into fruition.
Yeah, the border policy, especially. Yeah, except only difference is Biden X'd out the whole separation of kids from parents.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. And at the border issue, it's like they. Well, I'm going on a tangent here because
No, we can go on a real good long tangent.
Yeah, fuck. Because I mean, yeah, I know I can, but I'm gonna save some shit for my stream too. Because when I react to the presidential debate, because yeah, it's just fucking blowing my mind. Like how as it stands right now, America is divided, right? Like there's reality and there's fiction. And,
I would say we're in the Truman Show. I would think that this is simply a play and we're in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got people that believe that the Democrats are now controlling hurricanes. That's what Marjorie Taylor Greene's saying. Like,
or Jewish space lasers.
Yeah, she's saying Democrats are created the hurricane to go after red states or some shit, and okay, like, and people take that, hear that, and for face value, take that for face value as fact. No fact checking at all whatsoever. Just
girl, what's going on? No, that's no problem.
It is fucking. Oh my god! Like, oh fucking hell! Like, yeah, we should just ship. I'm down to ship off MAGA to like their own fucking island or something. Like,
if we had the power to like control weather, we would have strike lightning in Trump Towers, or go to Trump House and Trump Mansion and just strike lightning.
I mean, they didn't realize there's earthquakes in California, and we also had wildfires and shit. So why can we stop that?
Yeah, that's nature.
I'm in Seattle, and we're next to Mount Rainier, and we may not get any lava, but we will definitely get ash. So like, oh fucking no, man, fucking hell.
That's what happens when you ban books. You don't learn about geography and how the world works and how nature works and how our environment works. When you ban books and you make people stupid and ignorant, this is what happens.
Yeah, you ban books and then you demonize the media / people who are qualified to report on important issues and shit, and replace that all with what? Random people bitching and screaming in their cars on TikTok videos.
I don't think rednecks should have the internet. I really don't. I think I'm if I was a fascist dictator, I would be like, yeah, the redneck should not be allowed to have computers or any form of internet devices, because just them, yeah. If I was a fascist dictator, I probably would do that.
I don't know. I feel like, okay, if they, I'm willing to accept that those motherfuckers are going to exist, but the problem is and I'm not even going to be I'm not going to be even mad at them at this point, right? I'm just more mad at the people who are taking in their propaganda as fact.
It's not, and that's what makes it so potent. It's not just the people like the politicians who are saying these things. It's the people that are buying it. It's the people that are literally buying their verbiage. That is the issue. It's like millions on top of millions. And that shows you what kinds of people we have in this world, how messed up our world is, that we have people like that will buy into that, use that for their own advantage and believe in that and will fight so hard. You know, there are people out there that will worship Trump. If the real Jesus Christ would have showed up, they would prefer Trump over the real Jesus. Dead ass. I'm not even capping on that.
Oh, this is interesting. There's an article I came across.
I'm not even lying. I am not even lying. If Jesus Christ were to show up right now, people would focus more on Trump than Jesus. I'm not even joking. That's how bad it is.
There was an article that's saying that like people are MAGA, they trust Trump over their loved ones, over
their own families, over their own pastors.
Like I'm not even. Yes, like. And again, that's what this manga shit does to people. Like, my mom's friend, right, who from the military, you know, when I guess they met in the military, and they got stationed up here in Seattle, and they were a part of the National Guard, and they became like, yeah, and basically they were like the first Black women to ever be a part of the National Guard.
Oh wow,
that's the shit, right? But like, yeah, my mom was a captain in the National Guard, but like, and growing up, from what I can remember, right, like even though I was still young, because she babysitted us, she babysitted me and my sister, right? But like growing up, she seemed like it's growing up. Growing up, and based upon how how she was, and for what I can remember, like I would think that she would be heavily against Trump, but no, I was fucking wrong. She's heavily for pro-Trump. Like she came over with the Trump outfit, like for 4th of July one time. It was like a Trump tie and like a Trump hat and shit. And
I wonder what her Halloween costume would have been.
Yeah, this was 4th of July.
All you need is the blonde wig.
And she was outside with us, and there were some Mexicans down the street, and like they were having some loud music, and she was like, "I think I better talk to them." And I'm like, and I was like, "I don't think that's a good idea." Like, even though I don't know their political affiliation, but I was like, "No, that's good."
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, and my mom, my mom, bless her heart, I guess she's still cool with her, but at the same time, my mom can be, I guess.
It's sad because you don't want to isolate people based on their politics. That's one thing. Like as humans, we try, we have different political beliefs, we have different ethics and morals, but we try to come along and come together so that we can bond in unison despite our differences. And that's the liberal way. Ironically, that is the woke way of living. So people out there like to say, "Oh, it's woke, that's woke, this woke." This is the woke way of living. The woke way of living is to come together despite the differences and figure out some commonality that we can all get along despite us having different mentalities, different morals, different set of values. That's the woke way of living. That's what progression is to evolve humanity into that, not regress humanity and make everyone separate and make everyone different and then make everyone fight and ostracize each other. No. The woke way is to keep people together. Look up the definition of woke and you'll see exactly what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to do that to her either, because I still have some respect for her as far as like she's been a lifetime family member, family friend to us, right? Like she babysitted me and my sister and shit.
Yeah.
That's where the whole origin of me losing my virginity, but actually with our daughter too, because we played house and I stuck my dick in her belly button, but I didn't tell her that part. But I'm just saying, like we got history with her, and like sometimes even she would bring up Trump vaguely or politics, and I try as hard at best to change the subject, like real quick. Especially since my sister's also dating a diehard Trump supporter who's a Black dude in the military. And yeah, me and him, we bump heads. Like it's interesting, but like my brother-in-law, we have everything in common. But when it comes to politics, and because his how deep he is in the far right basket of deplorables, like he started to piss me off as far as like. But at best, I treat him as far as like I like and respect his heart because he's there for my sister. He's dating my sister and loves her clearly. But his head, I just can't fucking stand.
You're right. Yeah.
So, I'm just saying, this is what MAGA does. Like, I feel like let's just say he was a conservative, and let's say he supported Ted Cruz, because he's from Texas.
Yeah, even like I said, what we're dealing with now is not conservatives. It is MAGA. MAGA is replaced with conservatives. The conservatives are no longer existing, and they're either independents or they're Democrats, right? So because they don't want to be affiliated with MAGA, because MAGA is like a completely different party. But that's the new conservative. That's what we're dealing with.
And it's just said that Republicans are just letting them do it. One could argue.
That's what I'm saying. These modern day Republicans are pussies because instead of them fighting their own party with MAGA, they want to either run away or say, "Don't attack us. We're one of the good ones." But one thing I will give credit for, the white dudes for Harris, they're actually Republicans. I found out they're not. A lot of them are Republicans, white Republicans who are not MAGA and who are leaving, the Republican Party, or at least not supporting MAGA for Kamala Harris.
Yeah. So I need to remind the Republicans, like, here's the thing, right? Here's the facts for you right now. You're Republicans, right? Right. And the ones who are in office. And because you're a Republican in office, guess what? You have power. Donald Trump has no power. I know he's an ex-president.
You make Trump has power. Trump doesn't have any power unless you, the people, make him.
Yes, like Trump is basically the abusive boyfriend to these Republicans, and they can't say no to him. And it's like, no, you have power, and with all the felonies that Trump has right now, you're in a position to really fuck him over and say, move on, and we will push this other motherfucker, right? I get it. You're probably thinking that like Trump is like your last outcry to try to like get a Republican in office, but at the same time, I mean, you got to think of it like this: like if you're gonna do it, if that's what you're thinking, you better be damn sure that will work, right? And clearly, the result of that is it's looking like it's not gonna work.
I don't think they want policies of economy. I think, like, if you look at what MAGA is doing,
I'm talking to the Republicans. Like, listen, I get that you guys want power. I get you guys want power by any means, but like at the same time, you got to realize Trump is literally gonna fuck your party up as a Republican. He's gonna make y'all look bad, especially since Project 25. Because now I'm apprehensive as far as to not trust any Republicans for the rest.
Any Republican, because they could implement Project 2025.
Yeah, and
that's what I was talking to you about the last time, about what the MAGAs are trying to do. And it looks bad on Republicans because, like you mentioned, that means nobody will want to go for a Republican candidate because of that.
And we'll be stuck voting for Democrats, which I also hate as a leftist. Like, I don't want to just vote for Democrats.
You want to have someone that has policies that can be implemented well for the country. It doesn't matter the political affiliation. That's how it used to be with the Obama and John McCain. It used to be like that. But now we get Trump and other.
Yeah, like who's to say that, especially after Kamala Harris's policies, like who to say that they could produce some other fascist racist wannabe dictator? But only difference is he's smarter about how to achieve power and shit, right?
Like, it's sad for an ex-president from 2016 to be running again in 2024. That's just sad. A man who's been impeached, a man who was caught having sex with underage girls and boys, a man who was involved in so many theft cases. And the fact that they still hold him to this pedestal, it really shows how embarrassing it is as Americans for other countries to witness that and see that. Because people don't, quiet as kept, people don't know these other countries that are looking at America, they're laughing at us. They're laughing at us about what the kind of shit that we're doing. They're making fun of us. They're not with us. They're against us because they've seen the decline of American society and the people who uphold the decline of these values.
Yeah, like there was another country that did a coup. It was similar to Trump. I forgot what the country was. And guess what they did? They pretty much canceled him, literally. Like, you can't achieve power no more. They didn't even vote for him.
Look at what Brazil did with Elon Musk. They did not want Twitter to be part of their servers, so they banned. They told Elon, if you try to force Twitter to us, we are going to file a lawsuit, and that's exactly what happened with Elon. They filed a lawsuit against Elon because Elon wanted to promote Twitter in Brazil because Elon wanted to promote white supremacy, white fascist mentality, white supremacist mentality, and bring that over to Brazil, and Brazil was not having that. Like, the government of Brazil was like, yeah, you're not going to promote that shit here.
And and guess what? If their theory is, because I always say, how come we can get white people like from predominantly white countries such as like Switzerland, Finland, and all that other shit? It's like, fun fact for you, the turnout ratio as far as like white immigrants migrating to America, they typically vote for the left.
Yeah, typically white immigrants. They go for more progressive values. Yeah.
At best, you have a better chance of tricking actually the goddamn. I don't know why if I say that.
Unless they're from Poland, Ukraine, or any Eastern European country.
Yes. So yeah, so essentially that'll be more votes for us. Like you have a better chance of tricking basically Mexican immigrants that migrate from Mexico. Because one thing that Mexicans and the right wing do have in common is religion. They both practice the Catholic faith.
Yeah.
Hispanics do. But they're brown. They don't want their votes. So
yeah, and you remember when Trump said they're illegals. They're trying to rape our children. They're trying to rape our girls. Trump has discriminated and denigrated Mexicans to no end. And you got a lot of stupid people who, even so, when he'll say that, you got a lot of stupid Latinos that will still vote for Trump. Like you even got this party called Latinos for Trump. Trump calls Latinos a whole bunch of slurs, and yet they still vote for him. How could you got to be stuck on stupid?
I have a conspiracy theory why. I've been thinking about it.
He literally calls you guys rapists. He calls you guys invaders.
Hannibal Lecter. And ironically, now they care about rape, but any other time they have never ever cared about rape. But
no, it's when the brown people practice. That's when they suddenly give a fuck. Like when brown people are doing crimes, that's when they suddenly want to, oh, we got to care about the kids. Oh, we got to care about the people who are being raped. No, when it comes to their own kind, white people doing it, oh no, it's maybe the person has mental issues or something. You don't know what's going on. They'll make excuses. But
look who they are voting for. Trump. He's a convicted rapist.
Exactly. Who they are making excuses for. My point proven.
Holy shit, man. Like, oh fuck. I mean,
catch that on that motherfucking fleet.
I'm taking so many lessons. Like the aftermath of this shit. If once Trump is out and he can't go for power again, I'm taking so many lessons.
Yep.
I mean, like holy shit, I'm taking so many lessons. Like him, like I'm already knowing what's gonna happen. Like if Kamala wins and shit, what's gonna happen. Basically, the right wing are gonna do a lot of back.
The January 6th is gonna happen again. They're gonna invade the White House in drones and mobs. Say the election was rigged. The Democrats rigged the election, and so they're gonna come in drones, invade the White House like they did before, and they're gonna cause another civil war. That's what's gonna happen if Trump wins. What's going to happen is that Trump is going to implement his fascist politicians, and it's going to be another civil war. It's going to be the purge either way. Prepare for 2025 because anything could happen.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, I feel like blood. Yeah, there's going to be bloodshed somewhere, right? Yeah. I just don't know when. But at best, after
Trump was attempted to be assassinated twice. We've not seen that in the history of presidency where a president was attempted to be assassinated twice. There's only one assassination that occurred, and that was with JFK.
And Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan. Yeah, I forgot Ronald Reagan.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many things. There's so many. Yeah. I feel like I just don't know when, but I feel like there's going to be bloodshed. Like this, I have a bad feeling about what's going to happen. Perhaps, yeah. I'm thinking maybe some shit's gonna go down election day, based upon the landscape.
I think there's gonna be, when we see the results, it's gonna be like we're gonna see the action, we're gonna see the outrage, we're gonna see the outcry, and we're gonna see the hate come into fruition. Either way.
Yeah,
whether it's a winner, it's a lose-lose situation, and that's what I was telling the ITB. It's a lose-lose situation because, yes, for us, if Kamala wins, we get democracy intact.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we
need to try to undo that. They'll do whatever they can to revert any sort of policies through violence. Through force. You'll see, you talk about Antifa on the left end, you haven't seen things on the right end. For the left, we have Antifa. On the right, they have MAGA.
Right. And I'm thinking like some shit is going to go down. MAGA's going to make some shit go down election day. Because I feel like I forgot. Then again, I forgot who we were dealing with is MAGA. They're stupid. But like if they were smart, the only way, if they were going to make some big shit happen, would be election day. Because like, if Kamala wins, they can't do it on like another January 6th to 2025 because guess what? Kamala Harris, oh yeah, she's vice president right now. If she wins, she has to certify her own election results. So like, there's no way they can like storm the Capitol like convince her to do, not certify her own results, but then again, it's MAGA, who knows? But like, I'm predicting either it's election day or perhaps there'll be like some hot spots where they'll do some riots at, or here and there. I don't fucking know, but I know shit's gonna go down, and we'll deal with it along with a whole lot of bitching and moaning about how the election is stolen and how Trump.
Yeah, you'll get that a lot. Yeah,
and we're gonna hear a whole lot of theories about how Kamala isn't black, she isn't born here, or she'll end up being a man, and
because this is revolutionary. We have not only another person of color who's going to be president, but also a female, the first female president. And that is where it plays down to. It's misogyny. It's racism, but it's also misogyny. So it's a double whammy on top of that.
Yeah. And I guess that's kind of Kamala Harris's superpower, right?
Like that's the reason why Hillary lost, like straight up. She lost because they didn't want no female as a president. So now we have another female running for president, and it's running against the same person who they viewed as a cult leader, Donald Trump. So it's like this election is probably the most important election that we've had for close to a century.
Yeah, and Hillary Clinton, I mean, they've already like Republicans and the right has already, for the longest time, since Bill Clinton was in office, they already like created a souffle of baggage from Hillary Clinton. And to be fair, a lot of it is justified, right? Along with the fact that she's also a female, and at the same time, she's a shitty campaigner. She doesn't know how to campaign, and
she doesn't. I'm sorry.
She's a damn sure she's a campaigner. She doesn't know how to campaign to a guy like Trump, how to deal with Trump.
When I think of the policies, and I'm going to be very scrutinized when it comes to Kamala, when I think of the policies that she's trying to do, I don't think she's going to live up to those policies that she says she's going to enforce. I think that she just wants to have the position and the title and the status pro quo of being the president of the United States, the first female president. And I think that's all she wants. In my case, I have to pick the lesser of the two evils, and she's the lesser. Like, she's literally the lesser. Like, come on, like, you're dealing with one president who literally is a convicted felon, someone who involved in molestation of children, rape a 13 and a 10-year-old child, and is someone who's into white supremacy. And if that's the kind of person, you want, then by God darn it, that's the kind of sicko you can have. In my personal opinion, I don't think neither one is going to implement good policies. It's just that one is going to be delaying over the other. But you got to pick the lesser of the two evils.
I think that's the worst case scenario for Kamala. Best case scenario is she could just exceed the expectations of her policies, right? Because you got to keep in mind she is a VP, and she can't really I feel like she really can't say too much as far as what she really wants to do, because it'll undercut Biden right now, who's the current president. She doesn't want to do that shit, right? Example, her.
Sometimes I forget Biden is the current president.
Yeah, me too.
It's the way it looks like Kamala is the president now.
Yeah. But example of that is her stance on Israel and Palestine, right? Like, now I don't know too much about the shit, but because it's clear that Biden is pro-Israel, right?
Biden is pro-Israel and Kamala is pro-Israel.
One could say that for now, but the reason why
both are Zionist supporters. So that's something that is a big factor towards Kamala and Biden is, and Trump is also. Trump is also a Zionist, but Trump supports Palestinians. So
no, he doesn't. Not
he says according to him, he says he does.
No, he literally said that Israel could bomb the crap out of Palestinians and shit. I forgot. He said something like that in the clip.
He said, God bless the Palestinians and God bless the United States. And that's what he says. So he was pandering, maybe he was pandering to them, I don't know. But a majority of these politicians are Zionists. Israel is a powerhouse. And ultimately, they care a lot more about Israel and the wealth and the connections they have towards Israel than the natives that live there, the Palestinians, and the war that's happening on Gaza. And that's one of those make or break moments that could literally shatter the election if another situation happens with Israel and Kamala and Biden are both involved in that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know as far, okay, I'm not gonna, I can't grant you that as far as Kamala being pro-Palestine, pro-Israel. I feel like because of the fact that she's a VP and she still works under Biden, and because she doesn't want to undercut Biden too much, she's not gonna like come out against Biden. I mean, think about it. Whenever they asked her about it, she always gives some type of vague, wishy-washy and politician answer as far as Israel Palestine. I mean, yes, at best she'll just be like, yeah, I support a ceasefire, but she doesn't like go into detail about it and shit. Like, I feel like the only way we can find out is she has to be president and see what she's supposed to do.
I mean, like, again, I don't expect much. I just expect a lot of praise, a lot of we did it, Joe. I'm the first female president. And it's a meme because that's what she said to Joe Biden when he first got elected. I think that's what we're going to expect. We're going to expect a lot of praise. We're going to expect a lot of, mama loves and pandering to the first female president. And we're going to expect a lot of praise towards that. In terms of policies, I don't think we're going to see a lot from Kamala. I'm just going to keep it real with you. I don't think we're going to see any decentable policies. We have a lot of hearsays. We have a lot of wants and needs, but we need to see action, and the Republicans have so much power, and that should not be the case. And the reason why they do is because I don't think they really want to change that as quick as possible. I think they want to be in a position of power where they could, do what they want to do. But in terms of what the Republicans are capable of, I would say, and this is the compliment goes towards Republicans, I think whatever the Republicans want, they go for. If they say they're going to do something, chances are they're going to do it. Like when Ron DeSantis said he's going to ban books from schools, he done it. You know what I mean?
I mean, well.
And I'll let you run to the bathroom or wherever you're going.
No, I'm taking another drink. Sorry, I'm right here.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Like Kamala, Kamala. I feel like she is. You can argue that she's a big question mark. I mean, but everything that you're saying, I definitely would have said about Hillary, right? Like nothing would change with Hillary, but with Kamala, to me, it's a wild card. Like, maybe we won't get like far left policy. Okay. To be fair, we won't get like far left policies, right? Like, I don't know, universal health, single payer healthcare. Definitely, I don't think we'll have that. We won't get universal. We don't get free college. We might get. I feel like we'll definitely get Roe versus Wade overturned.
Definitely that's like a big selling point.
Yeah, but and at the same time, her policy on as far as like providing a stimulus for first time home buyers and shit. I feel like that would happen. Like I'm going off of a gut instinct. What else? But I feel like okay, and I feel like she'll get that accomplished. But the only way I feel like the things that I mentioned that I feel she will get accomplished. The only way she'll get accomplished is if we have to go for a trifecta. Like if we don't get a House and Senate filled with Democrats, guess what? Kamala Harris's presidency won't be shit.
It would just be delaying the inevitable, which is Project 2025.
Yes, because we got to deal with the Supreme Court. That's the first thing.
The House is filled with Republicans and MAGA at that.
Yeah, we got to deal with We got to deal with the Supreme Court and find a way to deal with that. And I feel, and from what I've seen, the only way you can deal with that is a house.
I hate talking about that. Like I hate having to like, you know, think of Republicans as evil and just look, because you know, you don't want it to be like an us versus them. You want it to be a policies, political spectrum, and you want to see which one is going to be the one that's going to, you know, be for you or not be for you. And it's just kind of sad to see that.
Yeah, it's definitely going to make me paranoid about Republicans until I see a significant change within their party, right? Like, yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. Like, because there's some things that Republicans that actually believe, that advocate for, I'm down with, you know. I mean, one thing
economical point, because Republicans are usually good with economical standpoints, like for jobs
or tax breaks, you know,
and tax breaks. Yeah.
If you're rich, you're gonna get a tax break, and you know, I'm gonna have the mindset of a businessman and hoping to being rich, and I want to reap those benefits as having a tax break, you know, for what, and another thing that they're for. Definitely law and order, or so they say, because hell, I mean, though there is a problem, there's a problem with law enforcement as far as how they know how black folks with police officers, right? Especially here in Seattle, but like still,
right.
You know, security. On that note, you know, I could be down with them on that if they have like a comprehensive plan or whatnot, but like. That those two things aren't enough for me to even jump to a Republican. Like I would be like paranoid of them.
But they should be like normal things that you should jump for.
Yeah, I mean, and I know there's a Green Party, Jill Stein apparently, but it's been but after the research on Jill Stein, she's basically just there to try to take votes away from Kamala. Like that's what it boils down to.
Like, I think they just need to get their act together. Like, I think once they could do that, and once they could realize that the cultural war versus what needs to be implemented and what's not, because I get it. Republicans, their biggest form of, you know, hate and I guess vitriol is the trans people. Like they hate trans people. They don't necessarily hate the trans. They hate the fact that, you know, trans people are competing with biological cis women in sports. And they also hate the fact that trans people can use female bathrooms. They hate that too. And so they're trying to use that as their scapegoat.
Yeah,
and that's what they're trying to do. And they're scared that, you know, their kids may be indoctrinated, and it goes back to personal values. That's what it goes down to.
Definitely, yeah. Basically, like I would love to have a policy discussion. You know, I would love to get into politics without Trump motivating me to get into politics, but like the right-wing Republicans have decided to not make politics about policies, to just make it about rhetoric.
Culture wars.
Yeah, rhetoric, culture wars, childish nicknames, owning the libs, shit like this, you know.
And fear-based paranoia. That's the ultimatum is fear-based paranoia.
Yeah.
And trying to separate and divide them. I mean, that's honestly it. That's honestly it.
Yeah, it just boils down to them. They just want money and power by any means. They don't care who they step over. Hell, even the racist Republicans, they don't even care about white people if it makes you feel better.
They don't. They only care about money.
They just need their vote.
Oh, excuse me.
I mean, put it this way. Put it this way. Go to Mar-a-Lago and see how many rednecks from the trailer parks are in Trump's that are at Mar-a-Lago. See if he'll bring his hotels out to you, huh? I mean, we already know what he'll do is with black people as far as bringing their motels out to you, but I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, they only care about the wealthy, rich, white elite, but mostly the wealthy.
Yeah, like his whole campaign now, part 2 is basically Trump's vengeance. That is
pretty much.
Yeah, like He's been rejected by everyone, especially the establishment, because he always wanted to be part of the establishment. Hell, he was a part of the establishment as far as I'm concerned.
He was at one. Exactly.
But I guess somewhere along the line he got rejected. I mean, maybe during The Apprentice or something, or okay, maybe
Trump was a Democrat before he became a Republican.
Yeah,
he was a Democrat in the early 2000s and the mid 2000s too.
And he praised Hillary Clinton and was cool with Bill Clinton.
They used to go to parties together, Diddy parties at that.
Yeah,
ain't no party like a Diddy party. But they were big on that. Like him and Melania, big on that.
Yeah. His bitch that he got for sticker price at Hoes R Us. Yeah, Melania. Yeah.
It's pretty much where he found her at. Yeah.
And now she made a book about talking about she made a comment about how she's pro-abortion.
Yeah, she said she's pro. She's like, I don't like how my husband, how he is going against women's rights. I'm against that. I'm against him attacking gays. I'm against all of that. I will come out and I'll make my book about how I do not like him and his policies that he's doing to oppress the American people.
And she knows she could get away with it too because, like you said, she made a book.
She made a book. Yeah, she made a book.
Trump can read. So I don't even think Trump could read. I get a feeling Trump can't read.
Trump is dyslexic, I think. I doubt he can read properly.
Yeah,
he can't even read cue cards properly.
Yeah, but that okay. Now, damn it, I gave a pro argument for the right wing. To be fair, when Trump says he doesn't know what's in Project 25, that could be true. He probably doesn't know what's in Project 25 because he hasn't read it. It's 900 plus pages.
But I'm pretty sure they probably outline and give him a Cliff Notes version of it.
Like a Schoolhouse Rock version video of it. Like
in bullet points, listing them, like what's policies are good.
You know, the new King Trump version and shit. Like, that's why I think he made his Bibles.
The McDonald's version, yeah.
Why do you think he made his own Bibles? He needs a new King Trump version in order to be a Christian to read the Bible. But I really don't think Trump can read. I don't think he can read. You know, he says 2 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians. I've never heard that from anyone in my life. 2 Corinthians. But oh shit. But yeah.
And that's a big insult to Christians out there. The fact that you don't even know how to pronounce 2 Corinthians.
It's also an insult to soldiers too. I want to go back to that. I want to touch on that because
the Trump Bible. Yeah.
Yeah, the Trump Bible is an insult to Christians. Hell, Trump is an insult to the military too. And my brother-in-law, who is a pro.
Oh yeah, he disrespected the veterans. So all you people out there that are saying Trump cares about the veterans, well, think again.
He thinks he has losers and suckers. And when that Arlington incident, where like you're not supposed to have any photo opportunities there because they don't want it to be politicized as a photo op or some shit. He said his people literally got into a confrontation with the people there at that Arlington space. And he did the photo op anyway. Like he also said about a disabled veteran as far as like he didn't want to take a picture with him because it will make him look bad because he's disabled.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't like, you know, people who are disabled in any sort of way because it ruins his image.
Yeah, it's like any candidate, even Reagan. I'm pretty sure that disrespecting the vets, dunzo. Okay, but yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up with you. But you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, it's getting kind of late. But
I was just testing out something. I was just trying to see what kind of settings I can do here.
Okay.
Yeah. Make it down. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want to see. Okay, it says Trump has been consistently disrespected the military, insulting those who have insulting those who have chosen to serve and showing little consideration for their safety and sacrifices. He proved himself unfit to be the commander-in-chief while in office, and his campaign shows that he has learned nothing from his experience. In fact, backed an increasingly extremist and emboldened Republican Party, a second Trump presidency would be far worse and more reckless than the first. Trump has not only continued to verbally insult active duty military prisoners of the war and fallen service members as president, he consistently failed to protect them and laugh at their injuries and deaths. That's a fucking psychopath, sociopath. If I've not heard anyone has said that is a psychopath. Despite never serving himself, Trump has repeatedly disparaged fallen and wounded soldiers. Trump famously referred to Americans who died in the war as losers and suckers. While in France, Trump skipped visiting the graves of American service members. So that should show you everything.
He's a draft dodger, a 5-time draft dodger team.
Yeah, he did. He did.
You know, he also made a comment saying, yeah, I'm going to Vietnam because I'm fighting my own Vietnam, which is STDs, referring to orgies and shit. So this
on his own body.
Yes, this entitled rich bitch. And also he has under to downgrade Tim Walz's military service as well. Well, at least JD Vance as well too. But right. So it's like
his eyeliner and what have you.
Like, really, this entitled bitch is gonna fucking have the gall to just demean other soldiers. Like, I don't know about you because I'm also gonna have a military family. Like, if I were to make some comments even close to that, oh man, they will fucking tear me a new asshole. Especially my mom, my dad, my family. Mom,
they'd be like, "You boy, you know better. You know better than to say something like that."
Exactly. You know, and my ex-wife, because she was also a soldier too. She was in the military too. Yeah, we actually got into debates about like military life and civilian life. But yeah, definitely. But Trump, it's just, I don't know how people cannot see the cult of personality of this shit, right? Like,
it's sad because people ignore that in favor of their own prejudice. Like, that's the only reason why they're going for Trump, is because of their own prejudice.
Yeah, because I put it this way: take Biden, right? When he debated Trump, you know, everybody, including me, I was embarrassed. Like, I never wanted to tag in and to substitute or be outraged in my fucking life. You know, it was so good to watch Biden to be like, all this. I'm like, oh my God, dude, are you fucking serious, Biden? Like, come on, man, you got to be alive here, dude. Like, straight up, we need some life. You know what I'm saying? And even that whole deep state that people like to call it, they were even saying, yeah, Biden, your ass has got to go, which goes against what they believe about the deep state as far as how biased they are. Because it's like, if the deep state exists, if the deep state existed, we would have drugged Biden up or like replaced him with a Biden clone or something. But clearly,
or we would have replaced humanity with pod people, pretty much. Like, replace everybody with pod people. Like, get rid of all humanity, replace them with clones.
Yeah, why did we get a lizard person or a member of Antifa? Why did we get one of those guys from the Antifa School of Performing Arts, you know, those crisis actors, and have them play as Biden or some shit, you know? But like,
get a whole lot of reptilians in there and invade planet Earth.
Yeah, but notice when that happened, right? Everybody was like, no, Biden has to go. He has to drop out. Now, otherwise, we're fucked, right? And guess what? He did. And thus we have Kamala. However, then I fast forward to the Kamala and Trump debate. Trump is looking like the old senile one, like Biden.
He's stumbling. He doesn't know what to. He's afraid to debate Kamala. Like, he doesn't even want to. So he gets JD Vance to do it.
He doesn't want to. And fun fact for you, I bet JD Vance was like, "Whew, I'm glad that they ejected Biden out, because if Biden would have stayed in, JD Vance would have to debate Kamala." because they're both VPs. But yeah, JD Vance was like, "Oh shit, thank God I wasn't there." But anyway, I'm saying, but when Trump had a fucked up bad debate, guess what? Their side, majority wise, are saying, "No, he was great, man. He was awesome," and making excuses for him. So that in itself will show you who really has the cult of personality, who really is the biased one, you know. Oh, and especially as far as their intentions go, as far as why as far as why they're believing him, right? Like after that debate, like so far, all I'm getting there's not a talking, all their talking points that they pretended that, all the arguments that they had that they pretend to care about, all their principles and morals and ethics that they pretended to have all been exposed as of nothing more but a bunch of bullshit.
Bunch of lies, deceit, and just, gerrymandering. It was just simply them looking for a way to shift the cultural war for their bigoted tendencies and their bigoted policies. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's all they wanted to do is just shift and deflect and bring back old school bigotry. Get the woke out of here. Bring the anti-woke. That's what they want. Anti-woke is pro-bigotry.
Yeah.
No matter how way you slice it, no matter how much way you try to remove it, anti-woke is pro-bigotry. Because the definition of woke is inclusion. And if you're against inclusion, you're for pro-bigotry.
Yeah. And if you really condense all their bullshit arguments down, it's simple as like this. Yeah, I know. Okay, if their only last true argument, and they won't admit it, will be this. Yeah, I know he's fucked. I know he's a felon. I know he's on some bullshit. I know
he raped a child. I know he raped multiple children. I know he attended Diddy parties. Yeah, I know he grabbed women unconsensually by their coochies. But it doesn't matter. Hey, he could be forgiven, right? He's human, right? He deserves a second chance.
But because I really like this guy. Guess what? I really
uphold deep in my values. Yeah, deep. You don't understand. This man, he's literally the personification of what we want in this country, and that is exactly what they want.
Yeah, because I really like him. Guess what? I'm gonna help him I'm gonna help him by any means to achieve anything that he wants to achieve, and by any means that includes even lying.
He could kill people. Someone was saying that he could kill. What's your thought on Trump's plan on the border wall and deporting illegals in this country? His idea and the border wall, first of all, when they say deport illegals, we're talking about people who probably may not even be illegals. Okay? Because we're talking about racial profiling at that. Because how are you going to identify an illegal from a non-illegal on a public basis unless they show you identification? So we're going to talk about kind of like stop and frisk for illegal immigrants. I mean, for people who may share an ethnic sort of appearance to them that could constitute other people suspecting that they may be an illegal, kind of like that. So we're talking about stop and frisk, like stopping people who are probably of Latino descent, and we're going to stop and frisk them and see if they're here legally. And if they're not here legally, then we're going to have to deport them. So it's kind of like that.
And not to mention, part of the border policy, I mean, a big part of Trump's border policy is still happening right now. And there was
trickle down to Biden's presidency.
Yeah, only difference is they're not doing the whole. They're not separating kids from their parents or some shit like that. That's from what I remember. Yeah, but yeah.
But they will. They will when they get in power. They will.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah. Like they just
ITB is going to show.
Wow, damn,
ITB, you are 2 hours and 55 minutes late.
Yeah. Hurry up, ITB. Hurry up. Go. I can fill up. I'll fill up.
You like 10 minutes.
I'll filibuster the fuck out of this shit till he gets here. But yeah, like basically, MAGA, y'all need to realize. Okay, what I'm thinking talking to MAGA, they're gone. Okay, like the other side motherfuckers need to realize which side has more of your interest and is not a cult, and which side actually is. Which side is calling a spade, and which side
I don't think they care about which is a cult. I think
I'm talking about undecided voters, not MAGA. Okay.
Bump. ITB, what's going on? I don't think they care about, like, okay, what about Trump? Okay, so we talked about that earlier. We talked about how JD Vance, he got that from a video of this guy saying that Haitian people eat cats and dogs. And then the guy who came out and said that was a lie. I was just making up shit. And then they went along with that because that's propaganda. That's hate propaganda. And they use that. They use that to fuel division. So now you got young Haitian kids out there being targeted for conspiracy for, eating dogs and cats. So you got discrimination against Haitian people who people suspect them. Don't bring your dogs and cats. They may chop them up and eat them up. And that's what's happening. So you get racial propaganda with that. And if you think that's okay, then that's on you. But I don't think that's okay because that's basically a stereotype. It's like what they say about Chinese people chopping up cats and dogs and serving them in foods and sending them to people. The food doesn't come from like the actual animal. It comes from like the animals that they found across in the back alley, and they chop them up and eat them and skin them alive. That's what they used to say about the Chinese food back in my area, New York City. So if they can say that about that, and they can say that about Haitians, where's the motive? Where's the agenda? Is the agenda protecting cats and dogs, or is the agenda discriminating against Haitian people? That will be up to you to decide.
And you have to think about it like this. That is foreshadowing of what the next Trump presidency would look like, right? Like J.D. Vance said it. Fuck, I'm gonna say it. But yeah, J.D. Vance himself will say it best as far as like, yeah, we will make up a story to point out an issue. Haitian name is an issue, right? So if they were going to do that about Haitians pre-election, just imagine what 4 years of another Trump presidency will basically be like, right? Like Trump, let's say somebody in the country in America pissed him off. Trump will make up like
shut the fuck up, Jason.
It's very easy to imagine what's going to happen. If Harris become president or Trump's, it's going to be World War III. I'm just gonna be right.
That's what I told. That's what we were just talking about. It doesn't matter who becomes in office because blood will be shed, and there will be a civil war. There will be another civil war. It'll be a civil war with people like. If Kamala gets into office, the MAGA will then say that the election is rigged, and they will have another January 6th attack the Capitol, attack the White House, and they'll be targeting minorities left and right. And
that's why you have that. You already had an issue on October 7th. There was supposed to have been a terrorist attack. I don't know. You heard that the FBI said there was supposed to have been a terrorist attack, but they've been looking for it. So so far it wasn't no terrorist attack so far, but it's something that's gonna go down. And I'm gonna tell you guys like straight up, like I've been trying to tell Omega in the Discourse server. You got to follow the money more than these politics, because be honest with you, those so-called Jews over there in Israel right now,
Zionists,
those Zionists, yes, they control this country.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's
That is
100% fact.
Be honest with you, this country was not built off of Christianity; it was built off of Freemasonry and the so-called Jews. The so-called Zionists. They the one that controlled that faction right there. And most of your politicians, every single one of them is Freemasons.
They were the original slave masters. They were the ones that integrated and brought the slaves from West Africa, East Africa, and into the UK, and then from the UK ships to the Americas, Central, North, and South.
Yeah, you can like Omega put in Hellfire Club, Google Hellfire Club. That goes to Benjamin Franklin.
Okay, I just have a question then. Okay. I'll go with the fact. I'll go with that narrative. We can still go with that. But if we go with since we established that's a fact, are you saying that like white supremacy has nothing to do with it? As far as
white supremacy has a huge part of it.
Don't answer.
The Zionists are white.
No. Don't answer.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, got you.
Answer that.
Okay, go. Okay, go ahead.
ITB, handle it.
Okay.
Okay. Go.
I thought you would talk to you, but go ahead, Omega. I say go ahead, Omega.
My question was like, so you're saying like the white supremacy as far as like outside of the Jewish population particularly the ones that migrate from Israel, they had nothing to do with the slave trade at all.
You talking about like these regular like KKK
Yes, Canada,
and
Canada, Chase,
like
Canada.
these neo Nazis? They don't control shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's really those Zionists that control everything. Okay, it's those so-called. It's really those so-called white people that in Israel that they control shit. They control them. Okay, and it pisses them off as well. That's why they fucking racist to those so-called Jews. Okay, because they the one that tell them to do shit and they can't do nothing about it.
But they utilize them like puppets.
Yeah, they do. That's why you got America. They trying to pay Israel what they already paid them not to attack Iran. They say fuck that. We gonna attack Iran because they attacked us. You know, that's power right there. They got so much fucking power and influence. They even got influence over black people. They all those CEOs that on the music industries, the industry, they own every fucking thing.
The media industry, the porn industry, the banking industry, especially the bank industry that is owned by that is Zionist. Dare you even mention one word about Zionism? You talk about pro-Palestine and a bank in the corporate field, your ass will get fired instantly. They don't play around with that.
Yeah,
you better keep your mouth shut when it comes down to being pro-Palestine. Because if you're pro-Palestine, oh, buddy, you say goodbye to those paychecks. Because those Zionists are like, oh, you want to be pro-Palestine? Okay, blah, blah, blah. We're moving that.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I feel now we can have a good debate about this, right? Even though
let's get ready to rumble.
Look up if you can, Omega. Look up BlackRock. That's a huge corporation, bro. They own a lot of shit. That's owned by the Jewish people.
Okay, well, okay, fine. I mean, I'll look up everything and I'll fact check later on. But like for now, we're just but here's my question though. Like, it seems to be like it from the beginning, you and I interacted. You know, I was putting out the threat of white supremacy, right? And then you're saying that there's a threat that's bigger than white supremacy, or white supremacy doesn't exist. Which way? But
it really do. It's really in the form of those Zionists. Okay. And we was just talking to you in the Discord server that those are really white people, because the white people over there that's claiming to be Jewish people are not really Jews. Okay. And the historical Jews is actually black and so-called natives over here in this country. Okay.
There's a map I want you to see.
I want to tell you. Hold on.
I'm so sorry.
You know, it's your channel. It's your channel, ZTB. I was about to say.
No. I was disrespecting you. My bad.
Okay. I want to say something to you, Omega Majic.
Go ahead.
I am like, you remember I was telling you that I was Cherokee on my father's side.
Okay.
They will straight up tell you that they are the Israelites as well. Okay, and they will tell you that the black people are their brothers.
Okay.
Because the so-called, you know, when we actually from, if you know anything about history of the Israelites, we was actually captured by the Syrian in, you know, when Jerusalem was not Jerusalem, but Israel was getting taken down, parts of it. That was 10 tribes. We got taken down by the Assyrians, then we got in slavery, and then we decided that it was enough. We wanted to go somewhere far off, so we went to Assyrians. And that's what you call America. And people, every other nation knew about Assyrians, but the so-called white people in Europe. Well, actually, not Europe, but you know, your Romans, even Rome knew about them, knew about Assyrians. But when Babylon, but when the Romans came up, and this is documented history, when they went down to take down the 2 tribes, Judah and Benjamin, this is recorded, okay? They fled down to Africa. They fled south. If they didn't flee south, they went into slavery under the Romans. Most of them went down to the south because you had their brothers, the Phoenicians, and they went to West Africa. Okay. They went to West Africa and they dwelled there for a couple of years. They used to call them Barbers. You can go research
Berbers.
That.
Yeah,
Berber. Yeah, you can research.
That's where Portugal and Spain and Italy, Sicilians are heavily Berber descent. They have black in them. But don't tell them that because, they get offended. They're like, oh, you calling me a nigga? No, they have black in them. That's why they're dark skinned like that.
Yep. Down there, Morocco is heavy in Morocco. That's where you
Morocco is all that's basically light skin black.
Yep.
Okay. Well, my question. Okay.
It's like French Montana, DJ Khaled, all Moroccans.
Okay. Okay. Well. All right. I hear you. But back to my question though. Like my stance originally was like white supremacy is the biggest threat to minority community in America. And you're saying that it's more Israel Zionist, right?
That's their be honest with you, Omega, like white supremacy, like these neo-Nazis, the KKK, those foot soldiers of the Zionists. And those foot soldiers don't know it because they so fucking brainwashed.
Yeah, because they're puppets. But see, Zionism accompanies white supremacy. So the Zionists are not like Arabs or Semitic people. Like they're not like native Jews. They are a group of Europeans from Eastern Europe, Eastern and Western Europe, that accompany the Jewish faith. And they're based off of family members like Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Rutherfords, these bloodlines, these 13 bloodlines. Allegedly, that's where they come from, and that's really what financed Zionism. So Zionism is both genetic, but it's also a inherited wealth of family wealth. And once you declare yourself a Zionist, you support the movement and the people in that.
Okay. So okay. Well, I had a okay. All right, so we established that. So, and also, since then, we had a back and forth, right? It got heated. Sometimes some of it got heated. Some of it was cool, But like, I've been doing some side research too. And I don't know, my comprehensive solution is that I come across, and you may not like this either, which is the fact that in America, the threat is white supremacy, and they are run by Zionism, right? So would it be fair to like deal with white supremacy by accumulating power here via government in America, and at the same time use what we have we have accumulated as far as government to deal with the Zionists too? Because it feels like even if we're going to deal with the Zionists, we definitely need government, and which is something that you said that you were against, like don't believe in government.
Yeah, don't fully be honest with anything with the government. Take everything they say with a grain of salt. And what I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm be real with you. Like,
please do
be honest with you. The combat white supremacy, I'm going to tell you, get a gun. Don't let them take your gun rights at all. Because you like, I live in Chicago. You have some fucking white gang members, bikers was driving drone rocks and shit, and motherfuckers was shooting at they bitch ass. Okay, that you could be honest with you. What I'm gonna be honest with you. For those so-called white supremacists to respect you is to be violent yourself.
But see, that's barbarism and savagery, and that comes that basically says that white people are inherently barbaric and that they're naturally, animalistic in that sort of sense.
That's the defense. Like when you have some people out here that's going around, like you had this white biker gang. They don't drive around here no more, fucking around with little kids throwing rocks and shit, little kids and women and shit, and innocent people. They stopped because motherfuckers was shooting at them.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg used to do that in Boston.
Cause like I can't like, can you say that the these young black guys that shot at them, what they wrong?
It depends on the situation, because that involves gang life, in my opinion.
Because I'm gonna be serious with that, because you can injure some motherfuckers like that because they be doing because they can get off they getting off their bikes talking shit, trying to fight, so jumping on black people. Like no. Be honest with, that's what consistency
what
works.
We're dealing with that is
and
like
it's
like a civil issue.
I'm not. My bad. This is your channel.
Oh, my bad. No, I'm sorry.
Okay, what I'm saying is that's why it's important that for us to accumulate power, so that that's why
ready to accumulate wealth as well. That's what I'm talking about. And be honest with you, when you accumulate wealth is the way that this culture is constructed, but it's controlled by outside sources as well. Like you have like I was talking about the music industry and the entertainment industry is owned by those Zionists, and they control your culture. Like people seeing the images on the TV and they want to be like the shit on the TV, and they acting that shit in real life, and that's a problem. Okay, they even the women that look on the TV like, oh, I want a thug and shit. They want to get the lowest element of black men they can get. Okay.
And guess who promotes that? The Zionists. Guess who created the rap industry? The Zionists. They use black people's oppression and black people's liberation as a way so that they can promote black degeneracy. And black people buy that
ZTB,
up,
how long you
that
gonna be
shit
on?
up, sell it, market it, dance to it, do whatever, play it in a club, do this, do that. Black people, it's not just them, it's the people too. It's us people too. We are to blame for that because we like that degeneracy. We like that shit. We rep that shit. We think that shit is cool. Do we not?
Yeah.
So we are to blame for that too. They will not be successful if we weren't like complicit into it. But the fact that we are, I mean, it's a.
I mean, but at the same time, okay.
You know, it's yeah.
I mean,
yeah. How long you gonna be on ZTB? Because I'm about to make a little quick run.
Oh, fucking A, man. We just started. Fuck. We're going to dig into this.
I know. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back. Give me about 20 minutes.
I may just set up a stream between you and I might be.
How long you gonna be on ZTB?
If ZTB closes this out, I may just set up a to be continued stream on my channel.
Oh, okay.
I might make it continue. Yeah.
But I don't know how ZTB is feeling, but before I get to counteract that, as far as hip hop and whatever, and how the Zionists fund that, what I'm saying is like,
yeah, I'm about to run to the store.
I want to focus on the meat and potatoes of it. Basically, why I feel the black community to prosper, we need government on our side, and we need to accumulate power by putting in the right people to advocate for our needs. And you're on the side that says no, fuck the government.
And be honest with you, those guys that those so-called black politicians, they ain't doing really shit. Like look at
they're not gonna do nothing.
They ain't gonna do shit. They getting paid they get paid a lot, bro.
Well,
they're gonna get paid.
They get paid on
some doesn't spread propaganda.
Well, here's the thing. The reason why it's perceived like that is because a lot of people, they just don't know how the government is run. Like it's run off of a majority. That's not as a single person. Like, yes, let's say you get like this Superman black person into a position of power. Like he could be a
Chase. This is not Texas. The stores are open up late in
the
Chicago.
fill station, motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah. Let's say
stores are open now here in New York City.
Yeah,
the gas station too. Yeah.
Let's say y'all push for me to be a congressman or even a senator, right?
All right, I'll be back.
I'd like to be.
God damn it!
Sorry, man. I gotta make a run.
All right. Oh, I mean, what I was saying is this: like,
you may have to continue this back.
All right, fuck it, yeah. Whatever. I don't know how to end it. Okay, in closing to everyone, bottom line.
It works the same way, Chase. It works the same way.
In closing, I'm going to end it like this. Vote Kamala or just don't vote at all. Bam. That's it.
Pretty much. Just let the country blow up in flames. I mean, that's pretty much what you're going to get.
Yeah. And with that shit, I'm done. I'm out.
We have to continue this for part 2 because it's 2:33. I got to get up in the next, 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours. So, and my voice is still not up to par. It's still groggy, but it's healing. 2 days ago, I sounded like I was a cancer patient. It was that bad. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, it was good talking to you. Good to reunite. And yeah.
Going to adult megaplex. Okay.
Yeah. I ain't got nothing. I'm out. You can close it out, ZTB.
All right, Omega, thank you for being here, and thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for listening to. And hopefully next time when I go live, this laryngitis will go away. Because this shit, I sound like I've been, I sound like I smoke more cigs than your average smoker, okay? But thank you guys for coming. And until next time, see this voice? See how it's dying? That's exactly why we need to end it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Take care.